let's get it. Hello everyone and welcome to day number 5 of the group stages of PMCO 2021 Spring Split Wildcard South Asia Region. My name is Super Johnny John, joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma. And Ocean, today it is going to be action that we're going to be seeing from teams from Group A and C.
I mean, definitely it's going to be A and C, and obviously those teams, they have right now it's like because you know this is, you can call it the second last day for a few teams, and probably last for these teams as well, because today it's A and C, tomorrow it's going to be B and D, and this is what A and C can do, and everything that they have to do has to come up right now.
Exactly. In the 4 matches that these teams have left, they have to make sure that somehow they manage to bring themselves within the top 16. Otherwise, it's going to be a world of trouble for them because, well, after the league stages are over, after the group stages are over, ladies and gentlemen, and we move on to the finals, only 16 teams from here will be moving forward, and those 16 teams will fight it out on the road to PMPL. And when I say those 16 teams, I mean only 2 from those 16 will move forward to PMPL South Asia Season 3. The remaining 14 teams, well, they will be left behind to compete next season.
Exactly, and that's the thing when we talk about all these teams, right? They have to hustle right now. All the points that these teams, accumulate, it just showcases out here. If you're not in top 16 or if you're not in a good area, you might just be in trouble.
Exactly, there's going to be a lot of trouble. But talking about good things now, let's talk about the prize money that's there for these lads to grab. So $29,200 in total. And the teams that get eliminated from the group stages, 17 to 32nd, they will be getting $300. The team that move forward can fight it out for the rest of the prize money that's left. And as we said, 2 slots for PMPL Season 3. Along with that, you do get the prize money associated with the position that you finish on, but that is in the finals. First of all, you need to make sure that you make it to the finals.
I mean, that's one thing, right? You're thinking of something, you have to go for that one as well, and you gotta earn some points for those things for sure.
Exactly. Talking about points, let's have a point distribution system in front of us. So first position gets you 15 points, the second gets you 12, the third position gets you 10 points. On the fourth position, you get 8 points. Points keep on dropping, 1 point for every single kill that you get in game.
Exactly, and some teams we have seen yesterday. We saw 21 kill gameplay. That means 21 points accumulated. That's higher than even your placement points on the first position. So those numbers kind of just keep on increasing if you are determined to get those point numbers for yourself.
Exactly, you have to be determined because yesterday, I mean, we saw amazing performances coming in, especially, I mean, a few of the individuals that sort of left a mark on the rest of the teams. And I guess today, as we were talking about it, it's going to be the final opportunity for teams from Group A and C to make sure that, I mean, a safe position to be in would be the top 5.
Definitely. And let's have a look at the squads as well to see which squads are going to be playing today. As we talk about the Russia, NRC, and the Team Destiny, Mafia Gang. So the things for Team Destiny are looking just a bit shady right now, because the thing is they are in a bit of trouble given the fact that they are not in the topmost spots. Well, we have Born to Rush, Savage, Seal9, and SDZ as well. So Seal9 has been looking really good. Savage, a decent team. Born to Rush, well, their few games have been good.
Well, few games have been good, but I wouldn't count Team Destiny out of the picture right now, Ocean, because yesterday we did see one game, an amazing chicken dinner, and a team jumped from the 25th, 26th position to basically the top 5, and well, finishing on the second. Things like that can happen. So I have hopes for Team Destiny, but they need to make sure that they are getting those 36 points a match. Which is like a little too much to ask for.
Exactly. That is the thing. It's kind of a lot to ask for, given the fact, because if they had to grab the momentum, they would have grabbed the momentum a few times back. But if they do it now, it's not too late, but it's kind of will be a thing like if you could play like that in one game, you could have done that earlier.
Exactly. You could have done that earlier. Right now, it's just them trying to get the matches out of the way. And it is going to be quite interesting to see, can they actually bring themselves up in the standing even just by a little bit, because the prize money does not change, but at least you will have a better standing and a better position from where you can work forward from in the next season. And that is, I think, one thing that the team will be looking forward to getting the experience that they got from this PMCO and moving forward, taking it forward to the next PMCO that we will have in the next half of the year. And maybe then we will see a new turned around Team Destiny. But talking about other teams, I mean, we will have the Russians stepping into the arena again. The Russians have shown some promise as well.
Yeah, the Russians, they have been good. I mean, we talk about this team and a few other teams as well that have been into the competition and the contestation. You talked about Team Russia's.
Yeah.
So if we just talk about that team, one game is something that they always need, and if their first game is good, they do good the whole day. That kind of thing is, that sets up the pace for this team.
Exactly. Talking about the whole day, let's have a look at the schedule for our day, ladies and gentlemen, and it remains the same as always. Things start off on Erangel, followed by Sanhok, and then match number 3 is going to be Miramar, followed by match number 4, Erangel again. And after these 4 games of the group stages, tomorrow we will have the final 4 game of the group stages. That will be teams from Group B and D, but this is what it is for today.
Yeah, and that's the thing for Group A and C. These are the last 4 matches.
Yeah,
you gotta reflect something on yourself. These are the last 4 matches. You have made mistakes in the past. These are the last 4 matches. You have to take that last fight. These are the last 4 matches. You have to survive. You have to do something. These are the only 4 matches remaining for you. These 4 matches decide whether you make it or not. Given the fact tomorrow there will be other teams. So supposedly, if a team thinks that they're in top 16 or something at a comfortable spot, teams tomorrow might just climb up.
And with that, I have a sort of a small challenge for our audience.
Yeah.
You guys need to pick teams that you think will be making it into the finals. But there's a condition: you can't pick the obvious choices. You can't pick any of the teams inside of the top 8 right now, because that would just be too easy.
That's true. I mean, well, if you if you wanna motivate a team, you can just
Yes.
if you wanna just cheer out a team that can be top 8 as well, just cheer out your favorite team. Just just spam the hearts with your team names that the ones that you think are gonna be game changing today. So that's only one thing, because some teams might just try to go YOLO. This is the opportunity. If you don't go up right now, you miss on PMCO, PMPL. The next invitational.
Yeah, the next big global challenge that comes up, you might miss out on that, and then you have to wait for approximately a span of the next 4 months for the cycle to repeat, when the next PMCO comes in, when the fall season comes in, and then you might participate in the fall PMCO. But even there, you have to go through the qualification all over again. It's a long, grueling journey all over again. So this was the opportunity when it was given for the teams to act. When they made it, it was handed out to the teams when they qualified for the PMCO, and from here on out, it's up to them to actually grab it and make something of it. Otherwise, it's just a shot that they miss to hit on the target. But moving forward, I mean, the next one is also going to be intense, because, well, when you have the middle of the year invitationals happen, you see new talent pop up, new strategies come on board, and that just makes that sometimes ends up shaking the entire competitive scene.
That's true. I mean, talk about shaking up the entire competitive scene. Just like yesterday, that 21 kill game, that kind of that did put up a fear in the minds of the opponents. What was happening? That's one thing. Second game, again, another chicken dinner came for the same team, the Smokers. But after that, the next game, they did go down. They were the first team to get eliminated. That means teams were trying to crack the code of how can we, settle this competition. And K49 was a team that eliminated Smokers in the very first fight in Yasnaya.
And I think it's the same thing for the Smokers, because yesterday in the 2 matches, those were the first time that we saw them actually make it to the late game stages. Before that, they were just getting picked off earlier on, middle of the rotation, and I think that is how you are supposed to counter that team. You pick them off as early as possible. Otherwise, once they make it to the late game stages, because their strategy remained the same, be it on Sanhok, be it on the match that we saw later on Miramar, they go to the center and they are just really, really good at anchoring down their positions.
I mean, hey, if a team seems like trouble, it may be trouble. That's one thing. And Smokers was trouble for the entire lobby yesterday. So that's one thing that was happening for sure. But talking about all the other teams as well, like Seal 9 is playing today. I want to see what they do, because when the day started, when the first day they were having their matches and everything, they were the team that had the first chicken dinner to start off the score for themselves. Team Seal was also there. Like, Team Seal had really good kills, but Team Seal 9 with 15 kill chicken dinner, I guess they started off the journey. So I want to see how do they end their journey today, because they are in comfortable hands for sure. But they still have to just move up forward.
Exactly, they have to move forward. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's move forward to the game, and the trajectory of the plane is going to be in front of us, well, right in a couple of seconds. And since the low thirds fade away, there is the plane path. Oh, there's a bit of an earthquake right there.
All right, well, earthquakes happening onto the sides of Milta after Georgopol, as we can see. Well, as of now, Farm, Milta, Shelter, School, Rozok, Ruins, Georgopol, good areas as well.
Talk about shaking things up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I want to see if a team goes down to Nova Repna and military base because, you know, still,
it's a bit shaky.
The joke's not going to...
Yeah, the jokes are not going to stop. All right.
Stop shaking it out.
Two teams, well, they have stopped.
Okay, well, two teams are not in the lobby, that's one thing for sure. So we are starting off with just 14 right now. So Team Destiny moving on to Nova Repnoy. No teams contesting them as of now. All they have to do is wait to see where the circle goes, and from there probably they can take up good fights for themselves. NRC, meanwhile, moving on to military base, a really good area for themselves. So now we are seeing the contestations of those southern islands, but still the question remains, where will the game take them when the zone starts forming?
Exactly. Where will the game take them? Where will the game force them to go, in fact, as Ocean said? And it all is just us building up to where the circle is actually going to be. But this time, K49, they are heading towards Yasnaya, and it was a good gamble for them because actually no one went to Yasnaya as always. Teams going to the military island, so we are pretty much happy about that. But the circle is forming towards the Gatka ruins area.
Yeah, it's in the central lines of Gatka and Pochinki, so...
Yeah, that's where the game is going to end. That's what you're predicting.
Yeah, true. I mean, that's one thing. So last time we saw Gatka Sewers, the fight that happened in Gatka Sewers, that happened a few days back. All right, so that was in PMCO Pakistan, I'm really sorry. So the fight did happen onto that area. So I want to see something like that happening in this one as well. Because, you know, if we talk about the sewer lines, teams have to see if they take up the fights, if they don't take up the fights. Like, all those things kind of just come down into the equation. How can you come out of that and everything? But, well, right now, NRC Amar just moving up forward, has spotted one bike as well, but needs to go into this buggy. And will try and make it inside the circle. Obviously is inside the circle though, but the thing is, they need to go good with the loot. Does not have anything. No helmet, no vest, no backpack, no medkits as of now. So he's contesting the other direction of the Braves. That's a really good move.
Well, that is in fact a really good move by this team. But moving forward, I mean, what sort of changes does having 14 teams in this map bring to the table? Along with that, I mean, we do have 54 players here as well. So this lobby is not as populated as you would usually get in a competitive match. But that sort of allows a lot of interesting thing to happen. All right, Amari, quite lucky, finds a medkit as soon as and he did not pick it up.
Yeah, as of now, that is true. But, well, NRCA's also players are still just moving up forward onto all the directions in every area. That's true. So, as of now, Mafia and YT, all right, well, they have spotted down, but they have been spotted and they are getting shot down. And Mafia, the vehicle is in a bit of trouble. The player as well, he goes down. Amar, that was brilliant. M16, red dot, and now the finish. It's just a clock on the finish, and there it is, the first blood coming down.
Well, the first blood has been brought, and it has been brought by the man who, well, finally has picked up the medkit. That is going to be Amare. M16 in his hands, looks quite strong. The players of NRC roaming all around, and they are going to pick up their teammate, and then we will see the team move forward in whichever direction they want to move in. Probably towards Gatka. I mean, would like to take early control of the center because of how open the terrain is in that part of the map. And once you can reach the center early, you can find a good amount of cover for yourself. You're good to go to the later stages of the game. But all right, so Mafia Gang catches one of the players of NRC in the mid of rotation. And Rocky, first he tried with the M4, then he tried with the PP Bison. And the shots actually do not connect on the target.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. But now, from Ferry Pier, the players will have to move forward. Obviously, they'll lose one player, plus they were already a three-man squad. So now it's down to two people. You can see Boss and Rocky onto this direction, and they have to just move forward. It's troubling for them.
Yeah,
they did lose one player, and they were already a three-man squad.
So now it's a two-man squad, and Boss's HP is low. Rocky has been spotted out because he was like shooting like a madman on his opponents, but they actually managed to get away, and they are heading towards... well, the Primorsk area right now, the city is pretty massive for both the teams to actually loot quite comfortably, but then they will have to start making their journey in the northern direction towards Query, then moving forward towards the Gatka area. SDZ, they have a really good position in this game right now.
Yeah, they do. Definitely, they do have a really good position for themselves. But now the thing that just comes down to the part is how can these players get a hold of that gut cars area. We are talking about a few teams that are trying to make it inside the circle, but once you are just moving from the backsides of Milta or something like that, you are getting contested by the other teams. You can see the sprays are just going down on Eddie right now. Skilla is just trying to empty the magazine onto the opponent, but well, that did not give any of the result as of now. Obviously, they do a bit of a damage, but they needed more. Savage, Killa, and Eco now they're just moving out in the open. All they have to do is just spot down the players. They are just trying to do that, but still, it's a matter of chance right now.
It is definitely a matter of chance, and well, I mean, if a chance comes your way, you might as well not miss it.
Whoa.
That is what the players of Savage have decided. Dawes and Sun, we have seen these two lads in action as well, and they are pretty brutal on their opponents. For now, they miss a few shots on one of the teams that was passing right beside them, and then they move forward to the open farms, which is actually quite risky because you do see the hills. If someone was to get on top of those hills, you would be just like easy targets for them. It would be like shooting practice.
And these guys were actually savage the way they were, just taking those shots and trying to take those shots. So that's one thing. But now we still have to see how and what more can they do when they start up and move on taking these fights and everything. But well, E2S, all the players, they think that they have a really good area. And actually they do. They don't have a fight anywhere near them. They have a good area behind those sewer areas and from the back hills of Pochinki, where if a team will arrive to those compounds that is right next to them, E2S can actually pressurize those teams. So that's one thing. Well, Rain just moving up onto the backhand side as well. And Team Savage, now they are looking to go backwards just to get a hold of this compound probably, and sounds like it's a good decision.
Well, sounds like it is a wonderful decision, but the decision can backfire as the players of Team Destiny, we do see them in the distance. This is a team like we are keeping an eye on as to what is this team going to do. Can they turn things around? But they do cross the farms quite safely. The players of Savage deciding not to shoot the lads and let them get away. They are still trying to find some loot for themselves, but where is this team going to go? Team Destiny, ladies and gentlemen, on our screens, moving in a single file, all the 4 players. And they look quite comfortable right now. All 3 players, in fact. We do have Kit Kat, Japana, and the Devil right now.
Still moving as of now. Obviously, the rotation should just come in. You can see the circle, it's slowly and steadily closing down. Once we'll be hitting the 10-minute marker, we'll see a few more teams and players play as well going down. We could see that in the kill feed as well. You saw WMG and the fight against Mixwell that was happening, and one obviously got the best of the other. Well, but now you can knock someone. In the first circles, in the second circles, rushing is a different thing, right? You can think about it. Because a player would want to knock and would want to rush because, they might think that they they can go for like 4 kills or something. But, even if you rush, the thing that's bad is it might just backfire in the initial circles. And no one want that. Look at this. E2S. Just like as I was saying, if a team just comes down to the next compartment to them, they might just, pressurize the team, and they have started doing that already. They are not taking fight on the players. They are just taking fight on the vehicles so that they don't move away.
Yeah, they are trying to take on the opponents, but first you need to take off the escape options from them, and that is exactly what the players of E2S were trying to do. But is Team Destiny ready to fight it out this time? The opponents are quite close to them, and it is going to get really intense really soon. It is going to be a 4v4 situation. We do see Choco inside that watchtower. Japan are taking the front lines, and Devil and Kit Kat hiding in the house behind him. E2S, they are keeping an eye on these compounds since the tires of the vehicles have been taken off. Now both the teams are going to be forced to stick in this area, and it's not that bad, in fact, because, well, their positions are smack in the middle of the circle. Not much pressure for them to actually do anything, not any incentive to actually force the fight. So Team Destiny, they can just hold on to their positions and just be calm, remain calm, don't force a fight, just stay in those houses and stay behind cover.
I mean, they do have to stay onto those houses and that area for themselves. But, well, right now, as you can see from the backsides of Gatka and Pochinki, that's where the circle was going to go. And that's where the circle is moving up right now. E2S is on one direction, SEC onto the other. Mafia, they are also in the center lines of the circle right now. C9, meanwhile, moving from the backsides of Hospital, just trying to go inside the circle. And obviously, they are going decently. But we can see a few fights happening. And look at this. Eddie has spotted down a few players. Wiz has to just move. And he is doing that brilliantly. I mean, he had to stay away. The vehicle would have been damaged, but the players survived to see a few more minutes.
Well, definitely they will survive to see a few moments in the game, but Eddie with the M4 red dot trying to connect the shots on his opponent. The distance was a little bit too much, so he couldn't see where he was shooting quite clearly. But this man can. KitKat just spotting out the players of 187, trying to make sure he can dish out some damage to the vehicles passing by. Mapu actually takes the hit to the face.
He does, but he still survives. Obviously, the movement was just their key role was just to move away from these fights in all these areas. That's what he was doing in a brilliant way, if anything. Well, TD. Just like we were talking about this team, they have a decent area, but not the best. Obviously, one of their vehicles was the tires were burst down by the players of E2S onto the other side. So the players are looking a bit in a pickle right now. That how can they move? I mean, you can see the vehicle. Obviously, the smoke's coming. All right, so they have a Dacia as well. They have 2 Dacias plus 1 buggy, but one Dacia's tires have been burst down as well. So yeah. Movement might be just a bit crucial, if anything. KitKat should be looking onto the other direction actually, because Choco can see this direction. He knows that E2S is just out there. He spots a bike, Devil, but all right, he spots a buggy as well. So he might be just giving out the signals that there's a buggy and a bike. So might be players, might not be players. It just comes down to the gamble that the other players are playing. But well, the circle slowly and steadily again moving, and so is SDM.
Well, definitely an SDMZ. They have found themselves a good area of compounds. Oh no! Oh no! Nisal stuck in some, well, in fact, a lot of trouble.
Is buggy still going?
Yeah,
so the buggy is still going?
He was traveling in the vehicle, and I think the tire got taken out, and Nisal had to eject because, well, he couldn't go any further. His teammates, they are around him.
But the buggy just...
yeah, it left him.
Buggy drove itself.
Sometimes you got to save yourself, man. Can't think about the riders always. The buggy was like, this is too much trouble. I have to leave.
This is too much of a headache. No, I gotta go.
I gotta go. Gotta get out of here. And
you go and fight for a chicken dinner. I'll just leave the area.
Nisal should have taken the buggy's advice as well.
Probably.
He's stuck out in the open with a haystack.
Well, that's one thing, but AWM just out here in the open, the second airdrop as well. So now the players. All right, so now Nisal just goes away with the help of a Dacia. Yeah. Never trust the buggy. Dacia is always faithful.
Are they though? I mean,
US.
Yeah, US and all right. So this is going to be really controversial, but I think try bikes.
So I want to ask the audience, which is your favorite vehicle? All right. So just as we were predicting, right, Gatka and Pochinki, the middle area of Gatka and Pochinki, that's where the zone is going right now. And you can see E2S, and again, E2S still has a really good area. They will be in a decent circle. Look at the circle, just like we were just discussing about this one. So now talking about the teams from the southern side, once they collide in there might be a few fights on the southern side of the circle, because you can see NRC just moving up forward. K49s there, WMGs there, SDZs there, STMZ 187. So this cluster might just fight really soon.
Yeah, and it is going to be an intense fight because there are a lot of teams on the southern side of the circle right now. Look at this. NRC Pablo just well slicing his way through the through 2 different players of K49. One went one way, one went the other way, and RC Pablo right in the middle of them. But now we have the players of 187 now moving forward. SDMZ in the action of 187. They've taken down one of the players, and SDMZ, they get spotted out. White trying to shoot at them from the moving vehicle. The damage was dealt out, but the knock did not coming. Now Hyde has to go behind the cover. The damage was coming in on them. They have lost one teammate, so the situation is already turned into a 3 versus 4.
As of now, yes. So they still have to see and look forward to how they can, take these fights if it just comes down to them. But slowly and steadily, we will, just look at all the situations that are happening. NRC on one direction, 187, MPG. So about Team MPG, Wiz and Knight, these 2 players have to get a hold of this area. This is a prime location for the other teams to contest as well. So these 2 players might have to just defend the area. And if they can do it good, that will be brilliant. But, it still comes down to can they or can they not?
Well, that is going to be a really difficult question for the lads to answer. But 187, they are in a lot of trouble right now. They need to find an answer to this situation first, and then they can move forward. Look to moving forward in the game. Naim was taken down. The revive is going to come in. Napu trying to see if he can spot out the players heading in his direction, heading in his teammates' direction. SDMZ, they were sort of a distance away from these guys, but they can make their way in here. Also, the threat can come in from the other direction. As you can see, the players of S9, Inki, hit. He's lining up the shot, but is he going to hit the target?
I mean, that's the most important thing, right? Just trying to see all the areas, but can they hit those areas? That's the most important thing. He is just out there, just giving up a few of the random shots, if you will, but still, you know, it's not just getting onto the gatherings, onto the other direction. So that's one of the most important things. So talking about the cluster, the triangle that there is, I mean, in this triangle, no one can rush the other team as of now, because even if you knock someone, you know that there's some other team that will be waiting to break your rush.
Well, definitely. And breaking the rush is quite important. You need to break the tempo at which the team is moving. If you can actually manage to do that, you put yourself in a really, really good advantage in any particular fight. Because, well, from them having the control of the situation, you have switched, and now you have control of the situation. You are controlling the entire fight, basically, and then you can manipulate your opponents and basically just try and finish them either as fast as possible or just take them down depending on how the situation is between the other teams that are surrounding you. But the players of SDMZ trying to get away. NRC has spotted them out. Hazed just peeked up from behind this ledge, behind this ridge, trying to land some shots, but the opportunity wasn't there. The opponents managed to get away.
They did right now, but still, as we can see how, you know, the players are trying to spot each other now. It might be a troubling situation. Where's, oh, he barely survives. Well, no shot is connected to him, but imagine if it had been, it would have been a troubling thing. So he does survive right now. But hey, Savitson takes down WMG's Taco, and there is the trade as Sengi takes down Sun as well. Shut down, put down. The players are going down slowly and steadily, and now we are down to the 16-minute plus marker slowly and steadily, and the players just, you know, trying to get themselves in a really comfortable spot, because now is when hell's gonna break loose.
Well, it is going to be quite interesting. I mean, the hell is definitely going to break loose, but are we going to see, is there going to be a team that can actually find a way across this pit of fire? Because look at this. I mean, E2S, they are in a really good position. They are sort of inside the circle, have some foliage for cover, but the smokes being deployed could be a bad decision. They could have just thrown down on the ground, used this small curvature to their advantage, and that just let the teams pass them by. Be patient, let them go in, and then just pick them off from behind. But Team Seal9 in some trouble. They are starting to get picked off by the players of Born to Rush, and that is also going to be an interesting fight. But looking over in their direction, Savage Killer trying to see if he can catch some of the players of WMG off guard. His teammate is knocked right next to him. He needs to smoke up, go for the revive, and then they can try approaching the fight again. But WMG, they've managed to put themselves in a really good flank. Taco from the distance is actually putting up a lot of pressure on this team of Savage.
Yeah, they are definitely they are. But right now, Taco still trying to take down Killer, and a few shots did just connect, but it was not enough. That's one of the most important things that there is. And now WMG, the players, still going onto the back lines for themselves, and they still have to spot and survive onto these areas. Look at the Spider throwing up a good grenade. Will it hit or will it not? That's the most important thing. Going with another grenade. Oh, it does a bit of damage, but hey, grenades were on him as well. It did not do enough damage on him, but his grenade does take down one. Spider is looking really good as he is shooting those grenades in a really good area. I mean, you can see he has to move forward right now, and now comes down the fight of a 1v2, but Dawes has his own grenade onto this one, but well, Brad goes down, just a bit of an overcommitment, takes down one, and well, now Spider using up a good smoke onto his direction. Eco and Dawes still surviving. Sengi and Taco are moving up forward slowly and steadily. Now they have their own grenades once again, just going up onto the direction. Sengi can go for a really good off angle, but Taco, he's moving up forward. Sengi, this is going to be a good fight. Team Savage might be in a lot of trouble as WMG once again slowly and steadily just moving up forward. Good grenades again coming onto the direction, takes down Eco. All right, grenades are doing damage once again. If they can use one more, this might just end their journey. Sengi, now he has to decide where to move forward. He's using an Uzi and he's just moving up forward. He has got down one player. 15 damage has been done to the player. Reloads it. Can he or cannot take this fight? Oh, he does. Team Savage gets eliminated.
Well, Team Savage being taken down by the players of WMG, and it all started with the flanks and the setup being put up by the players of WMG a couple of minutes ago. But look at this, the center of the circle, it looks like it's going to be controlled by the players of Team K49 and SDZ. They are already there. They just have to gatekeep and stop the rest of the teams from coming in, and if they can actually manage to do that, this is going to be a really, really wonderful situation for them.
Yeah, that is true. But now Carnage takes down SDM. So sounds like they are trying to take down the players. Look at this. SDM is in a lot of trouble. But now Zyko has to move up forward just to go for a revival. But no, Jelly's also on low HP. K49, they don't want to give away this location to anyone else. Jelly needs to put up a first hit. But hey, Reaper is on low HP. A good grenade onto Jelly's side. Will it take him down? Yes, it does. All right. Psycho's the last one surviving. The team might just be in a lot of trouble as he has to survive by hook or by crook. But can he or can he not? Look at those players of K49 just moving up and against him, and now the grenade just takes the whole team down. All right, this was fight taken by grenades, not by guns.
Well, definitely, and utility is important. K49 just managing to obliterate the competition without even firing a bullet, literally. And on the other side, NRC, they've spotted out the next targets. K49, they have as well, and it is going to be Seal9, 2 players being taken down. Roy on the flank, and he has been spotted out as well. I think Winter knows where he exactly is, but before taking on Roy, he wants to finish off the other 2 lads. A nade being tossed in their direction. Inky and Senior in a lot of trouble. The damage gives out. Senior gets taken out. Inky is still surviving, bleeding out though. Winter goes in his location. He's going to finish him off, and now Seal9, I think they are down to just one man, or is the entire team have they been taken out?
Well, yes.
All right, Roy is still there.
They are still just out around onto those areas. We still have to see how things just go down onto this one. With Carnage is using up a good smoke just to take down onto the revival job for Winter, and that's one of the things that they have to do, and they have to do it right now. Look at SDC's Hage. He is onto the other side, onto the off angle, but right now Rocky with a good grenade might as well take down one player at least. Should be doing it. It does the damage, but it did not do the job. But hey, Carnage goes down as well. STC is looking really good. Team Bear onto this side, taking up a fight against WMG. Might as well eliminate that team. You can see WMG with one player surviving. WMG is in a lot of trouble. And right now, the revival should be just arriving from K49 or not. I mean, Carnage is one player that's outside the circle. The zone's damaging him. He might as well just go down. And now Rocky, with his own grenade, still is trying to create a man-made red zone onto the opponents. And well, he's healing himself while staying onto the backside of that rock. That sounds like a good area, but well, he has been spotted. He's down to 1 HP. He needs to heal up right now.
Well, he definitely needs to heal up, but the opportunity is there as well. And we're down to 8 teams now, 23 players still alive. Oh no, look at this. The collision comes in. Boss, he's been taken down by the players of K49, and now they are coming in for Mafia Gang. In fact, they've come for Mafia Gang, as Mafia Gang have been finished off. K49 already on 8 kills.
Well, we are down to 7 teams right now, exactly. And Reaper, he still has to spot the players down, and he does. Where's M4? He is using it not with a scope already, so now he puts up a 4 times onto his M4. That's a different one. But well, right now, Taco still trying to spot down the players and just try to take them down. They have to get inside the circle as well, and now that's going to be a challenge. Zone has to be a challenge. Oh, he gets outside the circle by a mistake. He had to be in this vehicle, but well, Brad is moving up forward. His helmet and vest both are damaged down, but look at the way he is just rushing in onto the side of the circle lines, making himself into a secure position inside the circle. All right, Taco moves up forward as well. They have to spot the players of Team Bear. Well, the buggy is in a lot of trouble right now. Spider, he is still healing himself. I mean, that is a challenging thing. If Spider goes down outside the circle, the team out here might be in a bit of trouble as well. As you can see from the backside, SDZ is moving up forward. Team Bear is in a lot of trouble. Prince is on low HP. Seal9's Roy is moving up as well. All right, this hill is up for contestation.
Well, the contestation is definitely going to come in, but I feel like the game has been taken away from the players of K49, and Bear might be just the team to capitalize on the position since their part of the hill is the least cluttered up. WMG Taco gets taken down by a nade that came in from the hands of Bear Prince. Just one player surviving for the squad of WMG, and Team Bear, they are looking to wrap things up. They are looking to finish them off one by one. Oh no! Arimun, he was looking where Spider was, but misses out on the opportunity to actually get the point for the kill. Spider gets taken out by the blue zone, out of all things.
Right now, Arimun is just out here. That's the thing. And Bear Marvel again, just trying to go for a good smoke for themselves. And all right, they are still trying to take down the players if they can. Snipey has to spot and has to take down the players if he can as well. But right now, Team Bear Marvel, I mean, all the players are surviving for Team Bear, but they have to get those kill numbers for themselves. They have 4 only, and we are down to 4 teams. SDC, Bear, NRC, and K49. Somehow Team Bear is looking really comfortable and really good with the numbers in the chicken forecast. But the thing is, the game might as well just change at any given moment.
Well, talking about changes, I mean, there have been quite a few of them. Team WFG being taken out, and now we're down to 4 teams, as Team Seal 9 were also eliminated from the game. Team Bear in a wonderful position to take this game to their advantage, and the forecast is there as well. As you can see, Bear with 38% win probability, SDZ 30, NRC 23, 24 now, and K49, which is 7% win percentage. Reaper is all alone trying to survive. Bear Marvel charging in his direction. A few shots come in on the horizon of the curve, but none of them actually connect.
Well, it keeps on changing, right? When we talk about the players, and when we talk if someone gets a revive or something like that, those things.
So yeah, exactly, because there has been a change in the algorithm that predicts the winner chicken dinner. Earlier on, it used to be based on how many people you have alive. Now it's based on the health percentages of the people that are present in game.
Yeah, that's true. And now, if you look about it, K49 also gets eliminated. Now it's down to these 3 teams. As you can see, it's SDZ, Team Bear, and NRC. NRC, they have to get onto the upper area for this one. Team Bear is looking really good. I mean, they don't have to worry about a team from the back line. So all they have to do is focus the fights on SDZ, and that is what they're doing. Susok takes down Snipey. Mixwell is taking the fight onto the other side. Actually, he is taking fight against NRC. That might be bad because all the players don't have their focus on one team, and that is what you should be doing right now. Meanwhile, Snipey, well, he will be going down as the clock is ticking, and there it is. Playzone ends him, and Susok gets the kill. Arimun, I mean, they didn't lose Marvel though, but all they are feeling is one shy away from a chicken dinner. That they might just get up right now. It's going to be a 3v2 situation. NRC 3, Bear 3, and SDZ 2 players.
Well, with just 2 players, SDZ, it's going to be really hard for them to survive. Bear, they have managed to take the control of the high ground for themselves. But these 3 teams that are in this game right now, all 3 of them are inside the circle. So the shift of momentum is going to come in once we see a knock coming in. Arimun, there was a utility being thrown quite close to him, but he has actually managed to get away. Or maybe not. He takes a lot of damage. Amar with another nade coming in. Bear Prince has been taken down by the players of SDZ. And Bear, a game that could have been theirs, has just been snatched away from them. 2 players down. Susok, the only player surviving for his team. Prone's down. Prince has been spotted out. Mixol goes for the shots, but he misses his mark. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Team Bear, they are eliminated. 2 versus 3. SDZ. Mifsol is going to be taken down. Insanity, the last player surviving. I think he's going to be finished off, and the game is going to be NRC coming in with the victory.
Well, NRC, no, Amar takes down 1 well, though. I mean, Insanity is still taking one fight. Might as well just try to go for this one, but no. Things were looking bad for them as NRC did take this winner chicken dinner for themselves.
Yeah, and they were quite patient. They waited for the right opportunity, and then they grabbed the chicken dinner. 9 kills coming in, 24 points in total. But kudos to them, because I mean, I was pretty sure Team Bear had this one in the bag.
I mean, just as the forecast was telling it, but one player goes down and the other one goes down by 3 grenades. First time, second time, third time's a charm. He goes down. And as soon as both the teams read the kill feed and they knew someone took Team Bear, the other one took Team Bear, both teams rushed in. They were like, we want these kills.
Yeah, they wanted those kills and they wanted them really, really badly. But I mean, it was an intense match, and kudos to K49, because they might have not gotten themselves the chicken dinner, but they got themselves a lot of kills to make up for the placement points that they lost. And well, that is a good thing.
That is a good thing. I mean, they did get eliminated in like top 4 or something like that. And obviously, I would love to see who the MVP is for this particular game, just to check out the person. It's going to be Mixwell. All right, 6 kills, 9 of 5 damage. That's brilliant.
9 of 5 damage and 2 of 5 healing done. So every single fight he was taking, he was basically just shooting at opponents who weren't aware of his position. Survival time of 25 minutes, 52 seconds. I mean, did get his team to the 2nd position. And it was between SDZ and K49 from the beginning. I mean, how these teams actually wanted to play it. But both the teams actually ended up pulling a lot of pressure on themselves, and they couldn't absorb that pressure. Just like, I mean, that same thing happened in Sanhok yesterday with the Smokers, but the Smokers were able to do it because, well, it is Sanhok, it is Ruins. You have a lot of cover for yourself, but not in this part of the map, not on Erangel. And that's why these teams ended up losing players here and there. They made it to the top 4, which was actually pretty good. But now, talking about top 4, let's have a look at the top players, and here they are.
It's going to be Amar, following up onto everything. And now if we just talk about Carnage, he's also out there. Venom, 2 kills, 4 kills for Carnage, 6 for Amar. Well, all the players are looking really good, really decent with their performances. And obviously NRC, they will be really happy. And talking about K49, you talked about the kill numbers and everything that they'll be having. Yeah, they also did good for themselves. The team Bear is not here with the players, but obviously they were out there in the placement point department.
Exactly, placement points came in for their way. I mean, since they made it into the top 3. But I mean, Team Bear, I sort of really wanted them to get the chicken dinner in this one because it was important for them as well. They want those chicken dinner performances.
Yeah.
They want those points coming in, and they want those heavy points coming in, not just placement points. They want those kills along with them as well.
Yeah, longer distance kill. Look at this. Carnage 310 meters. That's impressive. 1 assist. So maximum assist was only 1. That means every player was trying to fight for themselves. They know what's at stake right now in these final moments. That's important. Mixwell with 13,000, like almost 14,000 distance travel. That's brilliant. And we saw about Mixwell and Miramar the highest kills and the highest damage.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, after we are done with this summary, we will be moving forward. And I would like to see how the standings of the game are actually going to be.
Yeah, obviously the standings are going to be the most important thing right now to start off this particular game, and obviously everything henceforth. NRC 24, well, not look at this, 999. They had similar kills for them. That's like really, like, imagine any team could have had the chance.
Yeah, any team could have had the opportunity, and that is exactly how close this game was. But look at this, Team Bear, they got 16 points for themselves, and then moving forward, Team Destiny actually did manage to pick up 2 placement points, so that means their survival time was actually a little bit better than they usually get. But lacking out in the kill department, I mean, it makes sense. They were caught out in the open. They were spotted out by the players of E2S, and then team was finished off while they try to get out of the situation. But these were the standings of just this game, and things are going to get a lot more interesting as far as the overall standings are concerned. But we are going to have a look at those in a while, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this was quite intense. The match on Erangel, especially based on because of how the circle was laid out, I guess.
This was really good, the way, you know, the way the intensity for this one match was. And if we just talk about the open moments, because, you know, those moments were also really brilliant and really amazing. We'll have a look at all the fights, the fights that changed the game. This was the first fight, the first blood that actually happened. And you could see the M16 red dot, that was brilliant. And then talking about the grenades, the utility usage. I mean, talk about this, WMG did that, K49 did that. It happened against Team Bear in the final fights. So many utility usages were being used to its own perfection.
Well, definitely. And talking about perfection, I mean, the fights that were taken in the early stages by K49, I believe those were executed quite perfectly. And then this was sort of a disadvantageous position for Team Bear, because they had to basically, they should have committed to one of the 2 fights. Had they committed to SDZ, they could have wiped them off easily. They had the numbers advantage against them, and then fought with NRC. Had they committed to NRC, it was a much even situation. A little bit tricky to make work, but had they finished off NRC, then they could have finished off SDZ, and then it would have been their chicken dinner. So lack of commitment is the reason that we are not seeing Team Bear with the chicken dinner in this matchup.
Yeah, that's true. But now I think if we talk about the overall standings and everything, that's going to be like one of the things, you know, where now the final reflection of these 2 groups will be shown.
Yeah, definitely.
Some players, some teams will win, some teams will lose. That's the match. But that winning and losing shows on into that one area as well. Obviously, we'll be discussing about that as well.
We'll be watching those in the future, but for now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking a very short break, so just stay tuned, keep watching. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back after the break to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2021 Spring Split South Asia Wildcard Region. This is one Super Johnny John, joined by Ocean Sharma, and time for us to step into match number 2 of day number 5 of the group stages.
We will be talking about Sanhok, right? And when we see Sanhok, we always assume it as a fast-paced map, but today I want it to be different. Just because of one thing, I wanted to start slow, indeed, because every team, now it's that only. Every team for themselves, every team has to do something that, distinguishes them from the other teams. Last game, Team Bear was good. Last game, if we talk about K49, they were good, and obviously NRC, they had the chicken, obviously brilliant SDM. So there were a few teams that were doing really good, but this time I want the tables turned. Any team Destiny, just start up in a good way.
Exactly. I would like to for the same thing to happen. I mean, start off in a good way, and imagine, I mean, now only one thing can save them. The same thing that Team Zeus did in the finals of the previous PMCO to bring them to the global championship, and that was back-to-back chicken dinners, ladies and gentlemen. That's the only thing that can save Team Destiny and keep them in the run for the trophy and keep them in the run for PMPL. But I
still remember those wildcard movements, that wildcard game and everything, when they were just starting off the day not so good, and then they started picking the momentum and like back to back chicken dinners, and everyone was like, wait, do we have a new contestation for the championship or something? And they did win that.
We did have a contestation for the championship, and not just championship for just the PMCO. It was them just contesting the title for the global championship, ladies and gentlemen. And it's the same opportunity being handed out to the 32 teams that are present with us here right now. It's the same opportunity because, well, I sort of have forgotten the saying, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, and this is your first step.
I mean, definitely. This is the first step. These are the baby steps, and from here you start running, actually. You start to learn how to run, actually. That's the thing, how it just, goes down. But if you just talk about PMCO 2021 Spring Split, I mean, if a team does not make away from this one, I would still just say one thing, they are getting good experience. They are still playing against those lobbies who have trained themselves for the last 2 PMCO wildcards. They have, and obviously they have played against the likes of Team Zeus as well. Those teams, Team Bear, they have played previously against Team Zeus. No chance they have played against Team Zeus. So those teams know what always stays at stake right from the first moment.
Exactly, what is at stake, they are aware of it, and I guess the teams that are here with us are aware of it as well, because in the last game of Erangel we did see some of the things change out, and it felt a little bit more serious. We didn't see those YOLO moments wherein you would see just one player charging in to pick off an entire team. Teams and players were holding back. They were holding back a little bit, which can sometimes be a good thing.
It can be. Sometimes it can be a good thing if we just talk about all those things. But it still is like, you can think about one thing, implementing is always a different story. I'll go and take up. Suppose it's the call between the teammates. I'll go and take up the rush. I'll go and take up the fights. I see one player. You see them, but their teammates also see you. You are taking a 1-1 fight. There's a third party on the off-angle assist. It takes you down.
Exactly. You get taken out because multiple people are shooting at you while you just saw one player. As Ocean said, 3 people were looking at you instead. Need to be aware of those situations, and I think trigger discipline is where this conversation leads to. If you see someone, don't start shooting immediately unless like they see you as well and they start you to plan it out. If they are not aware of your position, just plan it out. Try to see if you can spot out their teammates, and if you spot out their teammates, relay the information to your team. Try to get yourselves in a position from where you can actually finish them off in basically as soon as the fight breaks out. You start the fight, 10 seconds max, you are done. Fight goes off more than 15 to 20 seconds, you have to start backing off, because at that point it's like way too much.
Yeah, you gotta plan everything, even if it requires critical thinking. At that moment, you gotta plan it. Because there are some fights that happen when once you think you're starting it, like you spot someone, you shoot them, but you still gotta plan the consequences. If you shoot them, if you go around, your team, obviously maybe your team wins the fight, but they lose you, who might have been an important person in the later stages. They might have needed a dedicated sniper for some map. They might have needed a dedicated scout for some map, and then they lose you, and you would have been perfect for that role.
Exactly. I mean, it is always better to have all the players available. But ladies and gentlemen, as we are just about to jump into the map of Sanhok soon, in about 30 to 40 seconds. What do you guys think? I mean, I would like you guys to try and predict who is going to get the chicken dinner. Try and cheer for your teams, like spam hearts or just spam the name that you think is going to get the chicken dinner in this game.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can do that. And obviously, it's a support. It's a supportive stance for your favorite teams and all. And they also love it. You know, once obviously they are thinking about it. If a team wins, the OP that just, you know, goes, the GG that just goes with the name in the chat. They're like, yeah, the teams, the audience, they love us. They see us. They encourage us. And that brings out their other motivations as well.
Exactly. It keeps the lads motivated. It shows that you are supporting them, and it forces them to play even better than they're doing right now. But just a few more seconds to go, and the map is live. Hopefully there are no earthquakes this time.
We can only hope so. we can't, you know, just guarantee that.
Yeah, Sanhok is, I mean, it's a tropical map. Lots of grass, lots of foliage. I mean, the snakes are already all right. It's stable.
It's stable. It's stable. We'll start from Camp Bravo to Camp Alpha's area. Hatin, Tatmak, Paradise Boot Camp. I mean, the northern sides are still up for grabs. Painan, Camp Charlie. I mean, going to Camp Charlie might just be a bit tricky. We have seen a few teams just going down to Samina Kham as well. Let's see if they can go right now. Lakavi, Camp Pog. I mean, teams would love to go to those areas as well. Let's see how and where do the fights happen.
Well, definitely, how are the fights going to break out? We're going to find out in a few short moments, ladies and gentlemen. But I think the biggest question of all is going to be, are there fights going to happen in the early stages in Paradise Resort and Boot Camp? Because for the last few days, we have seen teams avoid those locations. Teams even avoid Painan for some reason. But all right, so a little bit sort of a scuffle over in Paradise Resort. And what is the team of Born to Rush doing? Few players in Boot Camp. Madrox is also heading to Boot Camp, while Nisal has decided to go to the western side of Paradise Resort. So an interesting drop pattern coming in from Born to Rush, but the circle is split between the three islands. Well, it's majorly on the Ruins Island and the main island.
Yeah, and the circle will be going to the Painan area for sure, slowly and steadily, and the players would, you know, have to move on to those directions. I mean, think about it. The flight path was not there, but the zone is.
Yeah.
So the players will have to think about their plans. You know, they'll have to plan their future right now, because your immediate future, it will just be forming up as of now. 1 minute and 27 seconds onto the clock, and the first circle will be coming down.
Well, definitely, and the circle will be coming down slowly and steadily. Savage, they are in Hatin, and there's another team present quite close to them, so they better watch out for them, and it is Team Seal9. Seal9, once they start to pop off, they are really, really deadly. So it is going to be a tricky situation for Savage to figure out a way to get out of this one. Inky from behind the wall is trying to watch on Eco, who is also standing on corner of a wall and was trying to watch his opponents. But with an AKM in hand, this should be a fight that I think the players of Savage should feel comfortable with. All right, Roy trying to toss a nade towards Eco, and it does almost land in the right direction, but a little bit off mark, and the damage is not going to come in.
Yeah, it's going to be really tricky if you just talk about the damage that as it should, you know, just happen as of now. So that's one thing, sorry. But now talking about Team Seal9, they know there's a fight in which they are just constituted from two different directions. Meanwhile, K49 takes up a fight against Team Bear, and Xerox go, whoa! Carnage, that was a brilliant spray, and he spots another one. Does he or does he not? I mean, he sprayed down aim assisted like, what was it, 150 meters or something? That was brilliant. And the shots did connect in one of the most impressive fashions out in this one. And well, Xerox and Arimun will be finished down, and the first blood did happen, but Team Bear,
yeah.
Oh, right.
Team Bear, well, that wasn't just the first blood. That was the first team wipe.
If we could have a replay of that spray, that would be brilliant. The way that spray actually happened, that was one of the most brilliant ways to start off the game.
Well, it was brilliant, and I mean, they were putting up a lot of pressure on the team from the beginning, and it all paid off for them. But can it pay a little bit more? Can the dividends or the returns that they get from it be a little bit more, as the team is going to try and move forward, and they will be looking to pick up a few more kills. In the meanwhile, so Seal9 and Savage, they've both mutually decided that none of them want to take these fights.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So right now, it's like, you know, that thing only, the planning of your immediate future and all those things. So these players just have to, you know, just look forward to all those things. But hey, Savage gets spotted down right now. And so slowly and steadily, you can see Munke just moving up over against Savage Sun and Senor as well. They might as well just take one player down. So now they're trying to, you know, just move apart. But Inky goes down, and that might be a bad news for Team Seal9.
Well, Inky is going to be taken down. Myunke quite close to him. Does he have a smoke on him? Because that is something that is going to be required in order for the revive to come in. Otherwise, it's going to be a troublesome situation. Inky managed to get behind a rock with some cover. WMG on the other side taking a fight against the players of Mafia Gang. So things are definitely getting a lot more intense. And it's not as we wanted, Ocean. It's not a slow start to the game of Sanhok that we wanted. It's a pretty bloody one.
All right, look at this killer. I mean, Roy and Killa, they can spot each other down. I mean, Killa's location has been taken down by Roy, and he still has to look onto these areas. But now he knows that someone might be just going away. And onto the other side, SDZ, all right, so they are at Painan. They have a really good area for them. So they have the central lines of the circle. But if we talk about Roy, Killa's really close to him. Killa is really close to him. But hey, Roy gets shot down from the other direction. Perfect bait coming down onto the hands of the players of Team Savage.
Well, alright, so one after the other, the players are going to be taken down. Sun is going to be finished off. This fight started with the players of Seal 9 losing out on one of their players, and now they've actually managed to trade it, make it an even trade. It's a 3v3 now. Myunke and Killa, they can fire some shots towards each other, but Killa is shooting in the wrong direction. He thinks there is someone behind that rock, but there's absolutely no one in that direction.
Well, that is true, but now Savage Dolls, he also, has to look around. I mean, they did lose Sun. Eco Dolls and Killa, they are just out here. 418 meters is the distance that they have to get inside the circle. 5+ minutes in those areas. So that's one thing. And right now, you can see they're using stun grenades. That's perfect.
Well, that
stun
is
grenades as well.
Yeah, it is quite perfect. If you can daze your opponent and pick them off, what's a better way? I mean, they won't have the opportunity to shoot back at you. But Seal 9, all right. So they are being smart about this. They are slowly and steadily backing off, keeping an eye and not letting the players of Savage actually cause any trouble to them, which is something that was required. And Team Seal 9, if they survive to the later stages of the game because of this, I think this war would be the best decision they made. Because if this fight keeps going on, if this fight gets overextended, remember what I said. If you are busy fighting, you are not busy doing other things in the match. I mean, since both the teams are outside the circle, they have to worry about that as well. They have to worry about getting inside the circle, finding those covers for themselves. So now, since Team Seal 9, they have backed off, they can focus on the other thing. They back off, go inside the circle, find a better cover, better weapons for themselves. And we do see the teams moving in from the other direction as well. Mafia Gang actually managed to make their way, but NRC, they catch a ray from the team of SDMZ of God, and they blow him up.
Well, and now, obviously, if he can wait for a backup, I mean, that's one thing. But hey, you can see the shots are being taken down onto the other side, but Amar takes down Psycho as well. Brilliant sprays. I mean, this Sanhok is all about the brilliancy onto the sides. Well, will they go for the confirmation? That's one thing. Yeah, now they do. Now they do. Now they know that there was a culprit right next to them who was telling the locations precisely and everything. So now that's out of the window. Amar will be looking forward to all the other fights if that happens. Plus, the thing is, the team has to go 100 meters inside the circle, and between them and the circle is the other players of SDM. So if they just have to move forward, they might as well have to take up this fight, because the vehicle behind them, one is blasted, the other one, they might as well just take it. But Ronnie Truck, we know how slow it is. Well, hey, Madrox on the other side takes on WMG's Brat.
Well, one player being taken down, but look at this. So this is an interesting situation that has developed for NRC now, since they've taken down one of the players of SDZ. SDZ are aware of their position, and SDZ's position itself is on the other side of the high ground. So quite an interesting way for NRC to approach the entire scuffle that is about to unfold. But Born to Rush on our screens, looking down upon the players of WMG. Mardox backs off a little bit. They have one knock in their favor, but they can't push this fight any further. The distance between the two teams is a little bit too much. If they can pick them off from the distance, then it's okay, but they can't close in.
Yeah, that's true. But now, look at this. Players of WMG. Now, Pratt, I mean, he needs a revival, but if he goes down, he will be just, getting turning himself into a crit, because he's right next to the water areas. So that's one thing. WMG, Sengi, and Taku, well, they have to move up forward onto their own areas. B2R is just out there, and the revive, all right, so the revive will be coming in, and the revive happens. Now, their major concern is going to be the circle. 24 meters, not a lot of distance, but swimming, I mean, you know how skeptical people might be about swimming on through the areas of Sanhok, but hey, there's a big jump. There's a big jump to the players we're doing. But hey, on to the other side, Grenade takes down one. Russia's is looking really good as Rocket does confirm that kill for themselves, and now the team has one. But Nari, will he go down? I mean, he does put up a smoke, but on from the off angle, Bazooka takes one down. 187 is in a lot of trouble. Might just be a team to get eliminated out there as Naim and Napu are onto this direction, and a rush is coming onto them. Grenade, oh, low on the HP.
Well, definitely low on the HP, being taken down. Napu going for the revive on his teammate. Nade on the other side has been taken down as well. The rushers, they have to rush this fight. It is their opportunity. Well, Rocket and Grenade are coming in, not literally, but the players named Rocket and Grenade. Kalashnikov right behind them. Grenade has a Vector in his hands. The revive has come in for the players of 187. The nade being cooked by Grenade. And, well, is the utility going to live up to the namesake? Oh, the damage goes out to his own teammates. Rocket with a Molotov pins the opponents down to a corner, and they try to rush in one by one. Individual 1v1s never give your opponent the opportunity to actually fight you on an even ground. You have the advantage. Take it. It is a 3 versus 2. After the revive, it's going to be a 4v2. If all the 4 players charge in together, they can pick off the players of 187. Oh, a 1-1 trade comes in. Now it's Napu who goes out of the house. Kalashnikov takes a lot of damage, but they manage to take him down. And the Russians somehow manage to survive by the skins of the teeth.
Kalashnikov, he switched his weapon in the middle of the fight. And Bazooka was the one who took the other player down. I mean, this was something. Kalashnikov came right in front of the opponent, switched the weapon. That just made the player think that should I shoot Kalashnikov or should I shoot Bazooka? And Bazooka took advantage of that particular situation. Wow, that was brilliant.
Yeah, just distracting the opponents. Hey, I'm an easy target. Look over here. Why don't you shoot me? And then your teammate takes him out. A good strategy, though. 200 IQ play. If that was intentional, that is. But ladies and gentlemen, the blue zone makes contact with the play zone, and now we have a new play zone, and it is over towards this, in the middle of nowhere to be exact. So it's a triangle between Sami, Camp Charlie, and Painan, where the circle's edges are present. NRC managed to find themselves in a really good position. So from the position of NRC, they will come in contact with absolutely no one if they play their cards right.
Yeah, that's true. So now we'll see, you know, how the fights just move forward. K49 will win them in carnage. They are just out here. They need to find 2 more players. I mean, they have 2 more players, but they are not in the close proximity. They are on the other side, so they need to be with them. Meanwhile, in airdrop, number 2 has an AUG and 8 times. I mean, 8 times not so much, but AUG is one of the most perfect guns to be used in this environment of Sanhok. I mean, if you have a ghillie suit and AUG and a suppressor, I mean, you can be an unstoppable force. But right now, the circle moving downwards. SDZ has a good area. K49 as well. Well, we'll still have to see what K49 does in this one. I mean, given the fact that they started off really good, the previous game was really good. Let's see how they end this one. And right now, the Huggy, he is in a lot of trouble. I mean, look at the crosses that are just out there.
Yeah, Reaper seems to be aware of how his opponents are planning to go, and K49, they're planning to put themselves in a position from where they... it feels like they want to be the center of attention. They want to be the center of attention from all the teams, because again, they find themselves in a position similar to what was their stance in the last game. They are smack in the middle of 4 to 5 teams. They have to fight their way out of this one. But, I mean, it is pretty good for them if this team is going to go for the kills. They have 4 kills already in their favor. And if they actually pull these fights precisely with a lot of precision, then, well, they can have a lot more. But the Russians, Team Destiny actually in a lot of trouble as SDZ has them spotted out. Oh! The beautiful nade from Mifsol takes down Devil. Devil had low HP, but that nade was an absolute beauty.
Well, as of now, yeah. So that's the thing. And now, talking about this team, it might be in a lot of trouble. Another grenade. Well, he takes down KitKat in the situation. The grenades were just going down. Japana is the last one surviving. But, well, one Molly was thrown down, but that was a bit too late. And now, E2S. I mean, if we just talk about teams, you can see any team Destiny does get eliminated. Another bad game for the team.
Well, it is going to be another bad game for the team, but SDZ now have to focus on the other lads. That is going to be E2S on the low ground of this apartment, or of this hill down in the compounds. But look at this. So Seal9's Myunke actually finds himself in a bit of a risky situation where the players of WMG have been spotted out. Oh, there's absolutely no way you're going to survive hiding behind the tree. They have 3 different angles on you, 3 different line of sights. There is absolutely no way Myunke actually survives. And he gets punished for overextending now.
Yeah, that's true. And now WMG Sengi. The thing is, they also have to move up forward. K49 Venom takes down SDC's Hage. So that's one of the thing. Taco, the helmet's just done for the West as well. So this will have to, just look forward to all the areas. WMG Spiders just out here as well. And, has to move up against these areas as they have to spot down S9 Inky. I think they can, as S9's, like Seal9's players are just out there, but how many of them are surviving? That's the question. They did lose 2 players just a bit back. But look at the circle. Right on the backside of Camp Charlie is where the zone is. SDZ, K49, E2S. These 3 teams are inside the circle. SDMZ as well. But they will have to, find up their own good area just to stay out there. They are at the edge of the circle. So if the circle just, moves up from one direction to the other, it might be a challenge.
Well, it is definitely going to be a challenge. Venom, he's trying to close the distance between the other players. Mifsal, I think he's going to be spotted out behind the rock. Venom going for the peak, goes for the shots, misses a few. Venom is going to be taken down, barely surviving with any HP. And the distance that the players of SDZ have amongst themselves actually turns out to be their advantage. K49 in a lot of trouble. The revive needs to come in right now. Winter is going to revive his own teammate, but one of the lads has been finished off.
Whoa,
Venom did get picked off earlier on.
That's a smoke. That's a smoke. That's a smoke.
Yeah.
I thought it just came really, really close, but then that was a smoke that will be just happening them, helping them. But well, SDC's Dhage. He needed a revive. He did get it. I don't know. This team also has just 3 players right now, and they are just starting up this game with 3 players. So putting yourself in a 3-man situation, it just puts you up in a bit of a passive stance for the start. But once you get the momentum kicked in, you can actually do wonders. That's really good for the team of SDC as well. But S9 Senior, talking about S9 as well. Seal9 is a 2-man squad, but still they are not shying away from a fight. But now Senior is out in the open. Dhage, will he take up those shots? He is. He just takes down 1. Seal9, slowly and steadily, might as well be reduced to just a single man right now. That's going to be Inky.
Well, Inky, there's a lot of pressure on him for his team, as you pointed out. It is just him keeping the hope of his team alive, or hope for the points that they have to collect in this matchup. Dhage has brought Senior down to a sliver of HP, and he's bleeding out slowly and steadily, so I think he's going to be finished off soon. But E2S, they actually take on the players of B2R, and they managed to finish them off. So it's down to 12 teams right now, 38 players alive. E2STM just putting up amazing numbers on the board. Mardox, he's still surviving somehow, but I think he's the last man for his team. And Insanity, what was that?
Insanity. The spray continues and the carnage continues as well, as right now he does open up his skill numbers, and now he has to spot down a few players. Let's see if they can, and I think they do. He does spot down Inky. The shots are being taken down on Inky right now, but nothing as such. Now it comes down to K49. They have 5 kills. They did lose 1 player, but how much more can they accumulate? That's one of the most important questions. Rocket, he is just out there. So let's see what K49 does in this situation.
Well, we're going to find out what these lads are going to do. Reaper has spotted out the players of Team Rushers. The shots are coming in, but Reaper decides to back off. One of the lads has been taken down from the side of Team Rushers. But look at this. E2S, they are not stopping. Well, Born to Rush are finally being hunted down with the circle. All right, so the circle again moves over the players of K49.
K49 has a good area, but the thing is they have to, hold it down from all 360-degree around of this circle. Well, 11 teams still surviving, including all the teams that are, just dominating right now. So it's just a thing. But look at this. All right, rushes go down by Reaper again and again and again. This team is doing wonders. Started off really good in the previous game. Now they are just continuing it once again. NRC Esports meanwhile gets eliminated. They were taking up their fights onto the backside of Camp Charlie. But now the thing is, we are down to top 10 teams in the 3rd last match between these 2 groups.
Well, definitely, and it is going to be quite interesting. As you said, third last match. Moving forward, the second last match is going to be the next one, and then finally the last Erangel is going to be the last match for these teams in the group stages. But moving forward, all right, look at this. So Born to Rush are finally taken out as they were spotted out and finished off, running out in the open. K49 and K49 controlling the center of the circle in a wonderful manner, but all hell is going to break loose on them as they are down to 3-man squad. Now the teams are going to close in on the distance. Savage Killer, I mean, being an absolute savage. He has a team behind him, but does not care about the players of SDMZ. First, he took down the man that was running out in the open. Now, oh no, he missed that shot.
Well, he does take down one, but his HP is really low, and there he goes down. So now SDMZ, now they have to take a fight against the circle again, and at the players as well. MPG, they do get the skill points for themselves. Savage Killer, he does take down one, but the kill was obviously onto the other directions. Now comes the major situation as with the circles in the open. Look at it! Look at Grenade! He's really close! He's burning all of a sudden as Molly does take him down.
Well, utility is always important, but look at this. So, one of the players from Team Rushes is in the blue zone right now, and he has spotted out the players of E2S in front of him. And talk about E2S, Eddie throws a stun towards his opponents.
I mean, anything to just bait out, anything to just flush out the players. That's one thing. But, well, Team Russia's, how longer can they take this fight? That's my question. Because, you know, onto the other side, E2S was out there. Bazooka, all right, he does do the job in the situation. Now the thing is, I want to see what K49 does. Because K49 has been constantly pressurizing the Russians from the other side. E2S from this direction. Carnage takes down STC's Dage. And look at this. Rollin OP takes down Rocket. Bazooka's just out there. Eddie. If Eddie spots him, Eddie will take him down. Eddie has spotted him. There he goes. Just like we said.
An easy target to shoot is a target that's not aware about your position. But Kalashnikov, oh my lord, he has been pinned down. From the rear come the shots from the players of MPGX. And Kalashnikov, ran out right in the nick of time, but goes out in the other direction and gets shot at. He has been finished off by E2S Eddie.
They had 10 kills. They were looking really good, but now they get eliminated. Meanwhile, let's see what happens out in the situation. E2S, the last place moving up forward, but denied.
Every team that you said has 10 kills has been taken out. E2S had 10 kills as well. They got finished off.
K49 had 10 kills previously. Now they have 11.
MPGX has 10 kills now.
Kills. All right, let's see what happens. Is 10 the cursed number out in the situation? Because Carnage, that was a good spray. Carnage goes down right now. And the thing is, the circle is in the best hands. As MPG, they just have to move inside the circle, and they will slowly and steadily. Carnage, they've left Carnage behind. But Winter's coming, and Reaper's out there.
So this is going to be actually a pretty short game of Sanhok. 21 minutes, we're down to 2 teams.
Yeah, that is true. But, well, let's see what happens. A good grenade onto his direction did just come out right now. Carnage, all right, so he needs a revival. And the revive is just arriving, making it back to a 3v3 on the board.
Well, definitely, and it is going to be an interesting situation if the revive comes in. MPGX, they have to find a way. All right, so they have found a way inside the circle. Now the pressure is on Carnage, because if the blue zone starts to move in, MPGX, it's going to be an easy position for them. But no, Winter spots out Knight, goes for the shots. Knight has been damaged. He needs to heal up before he can take the fight again. The utility, the smoke's being deployed by the players of K49, and they are looking to move in. They are looking to close the distance slowly and steadily, trying to move inside the circle.
Well, so the thing right now is they previously started with the smokes, and now the players might be thinking that they'll be doing more smokes, and now the grenades were coming in onto those smokes. That was brilliant. But when Rolling goes down, another one goes down. It's just where's the last one surviving? And K49, I think like from 11 to 14, that will be a quick jump for them. If they go for a chicken dinner, 15 points as well. 29 total points are coming their way, and they are just going to get it right about now.
Yeah, they failed to get the chicken dinner in the first game, but in the second game, they make it happen. And K49, an absolute domination from this team again. And I think it all started with the early stages of the game, specifically for them, because this team was like always in the middle of the circle. They rotated in early, and then they were just playing the center constantly.
I would love to show you back the. It will arrive in the open moment, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The spray that they were doing with the aim assisted QBZ and just connecting the shots in a brilliant fashion. I mean, I just love the way that shot happened. At that moment, I was like, well, K49 is doing wonders for sure. And you know, they were determined. They were angry with the last game's loss, and they continued that aggression.
But they put up the kill numbers on the board as well. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be moving forward and having a look at the MVP of this game and seeing that one individual who was well impressive. And in fact, it is Carnage from K49. 5 kills coming in, over 1,000 damage for this lad. Only 260 healing done. Survival time of 21 minutes and 0.6 seconds. As I was saying, this was a short game of Sanhok.
Yeah, this was really short game of Sanhok. I mean, it started off slow, but it ended up a bit fast on the
pace. It ended up pretty quickly. I mean, we were watching it like you have 7 teams, you blink, there's like 2 teams.
Let's talk about the top players as well. Like Winter was out there with 7 kills, 5 kills for Carnage. We do know that the damage stats were really good. Mixwell had 2 kills, but the damage is incredible. And Haiti, I mean, E2S was doing brilliant in this game.
Yeah, E2S was also playing an amazing matchup for themselves. But with the top players on our screens, now I guess it's time to have a look at how does the match summary look. I would like to see what was the longest distance kill on Sanhok.
Probably that, or maybe I would love to see the standings of this one, like the first team, the 10 kills. I want to see where the other teams were in the kill department.
Hey, previous game we had 3 different teams with 9 kills.
14, 10, 10. 6, 1, 2. I don't know. It sounds like a rhyme. The Russians had 6. Mafia Gang did not have much kills though. But yeah, they did play good for the placement point department. The Russia, but look at this, 4 placement points.
So I think like today we're gonna have a trend on us with us,
trend or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Because previous game as well, it was like 9, 9, 9, 9. This time it's like 14, 10, 10, and even like had K49 been taken out, they would have been taken out on 10 kills as well.
So that's the thing. That's the thing, right?
Team with 10 kills, you are going out.
Yeah, 10 is kind of the pressure cursing thing or something like that.
But they've built themselves a good number of points, so that is a comfortable situation. But now let's have a look at the Oppo moments of this match, and I think Ocean would like to point out a few of them.
So this one, look at this, Carnage, he just spots down the player, he just takes him down. That was brilliant the way this one happened, right? So I just love the way controlling your gun at that moment and at those areas, like that's important, right? You gotta understand that thing. And then once again, so Team Russia's, they had a good area, but always they were being pressurized by K49 only. Yeah, this fight they took against 187, that's one thing. But when they had to get inside the circle, that's where K49, the best thing that the team did is to stay inside the circle and then pressurize all the teams at every direction.
Well, definitely, and look at this. So WMG actually were trying their level best, but towards Venom. So this was actually a huge mistake from the player of K49.
Yeah, that is true.
Absolutely no reason to charge in that way.
Yeah, and now again K49 just doing brilliant stuff out here, and the way they were taking all the fights, like it was like they had one thing on their mind. They need to win this game, and they did that.
Yeah, controlling their weapons in a wonderful manner. This was again, I mean, SDZ Killer managing to take down. That was like absolutely nothing you can do over there. Yeah. You don't know where he's lying down, and that is why we say Sanhok snakes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Sanhok snakes bite bad. That's one thing, and so that happened. This was a final one-on-one fight that just happened, and obviously Winter got the best out of him, got the 7th kill for himself, and was on just another level.
Yeah, and his teammate as well, just making sure that, I mean, the damage output from the entire team was really nice.
Yeah.
But with the Oppo moments are out of the way, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I think we will be having a look at a few more stats.
I mean, probably, if anything, obviously we would love to see with the overall standings, just take us with the stuff. And if we just talk about the overall standings, 117, but K49 103.
Yeah, 103 points to them. Max Legends.
Still no one is closer to their placement points.
They are still not playing. They'll be playing tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. No one competes with this team.
The placement point department that they have, that's brilliant. Talking about the other teams, you can see Smokers have good kills. There are so many teams that have had good kill numbers, but the placement point department, like, they are the boss.
Exactly. And alright, so I would love to see Team Bear actually put some numbers on the board, because we know experienced roster and have been playing for a long time. They are inside of the top 16 though. Alright, look at this. No chance sitting on the 18th position. They'll be coming in tomorrow. Do you think they can make it?
Yeah, they can make it. They can make it, definitely. definitely they can make it. It's just one thing that they'll have to just move forward with everything.
And then the last phase of the standings, where teams, they are in a lot of trouble, and I think the opportunity for them to actually try and compete to qualify for the finals has actually flown by. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I guess 2 matches out of the way, last 2 games to go for teams from Group A and C to see if they make it to the finals. But before that, we'll take a very short break, so just stay tuned, keep watching, we'll be right back. Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2021 South Asia Wildcard Region. This is Warren Super Johnny John, joined by Ocean Sharma. And now, time for us to step into the second last game of teams from Group A and C, which is match number 3 for the day. And as Ocean is dancing, I'll tell you the map. It is going to be Miramar.
Exactly. And so now it's going to be one of the things that we just have to look forward to. You saw how the players were able to spot their opponents in really far away environments, even in Sanhok. Well, Miramar is going to be even crazier.
It is going to be crazier, but I think I hope this map actually lives up to the expectation, because I want, as you said, you wanted Sanhok to be slow. I want Miramar to be fast.
We would all love that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, imagine if it's like 5th or 6th circle and we could just see a few teams surviving rather than, the double-digit teams that are out there. For that, circles might have to be on landmark areas, not in the open or something like that, because the teams will be rotating and they will be, catching off each other. I would love to see something like that.
I think the fastest games that I've seen, some of the fastest games that we have seen Miramar have been to, Los Leones, El Pozo, those urban area circles, yeah. If that actually happens, then we are going to have a really bloody and a really quick-paced Miramar. Otherwise, it's just going to be a standard game.
I want to see a Southern Island. Like, Southern Island always stays away from the circle. I want to see something like that. On to that one. I mean, players will be like, no one knows how to play that island, because no one knows the rotations, no one knows the hiccups.
No one knows the terrain, in fact,
because the players...
you never go there.
Less number of players go there.
The only time I've gone to that island is when you are just practicing solo versus squads and pushing ranks. That's the only time. Okay. That was a long time ago though.
Okay. Well, we'll see the the flight path really soon, and the circles as well, and all those things. But the major thing again, the major chunk that comes out of the questions is. Teams will go to whatever area they want to go, but what will happen afterwards? 1v3s, 1v4s, we might as well just see that.
You said Southern Islands, I'll do you one better, Ocean. What if?
The two sideline waterland?
No, better than that. What if we get a circle that moves up north towards either the Oasis or Ruins?
I thought just
Ruins and Miramar is so bad that when we see the map right now, ladies and gentlemen, you are not going to see Ruins, you will be seeing Uins right there. And I'm not even kidding about that.
That's where the Uins is, and it's Railer Park right now. But well, if you're just talking about it, you can see the flight path. It's actually dividing the circle, dividing the map into two good areas. El Azhar, Lab, and the Lawsons, Picaro, Chumasera, good areas to just drop down. But where will the teams go?
Yeah, where will the teams go? 187, they are looking to head towards the Torre Amuda and Campo Militar. So that's a good early drop location for them. It is available to them for the early stages of the game. But moving forward in this matchup, I mean, the trajectory does go where we want it to go.
The trajectory goes there. The circle is going to be a different story. But still, let's see how things are going to just pan out in all these ones as a team. Slowly and slowly are just going down. Campo Militar, yes, there's one team, as you just mentioned. NRC is going on to the back end side as well, to Torre Amuada. And water treatment right now is just empty. I want to see who goes to Hacienda and San Martin.
Well, it is going to be quite an interesting situation. And the circle, I mean, we're still waiting to see where is it going to go. For this time, though, we do see, all right, so I see 2, 3, 4 teams heading towards San Martin, Hacienda del Patron, sort of an area. A Mafia Gang heading towards the power station right there. So a lot of teams heading toward the northwestern side of the map, basically. And SDMZ, all right, SDMZ head towards Wild Environment Ocean, all right. So...
well...
we do have Oasis in there.
Well, we do have Oasis
all circles need to move north now.
I mean, that's going to be long stretch though. So if we just see through this, I would say the circle might just go to Crater Fields water treatment. That kind of just sounds like a good area. Crater Fields and water treatment, that is good. El Pozo, no team is in El Pozo, so I mean, teams should start moving up onto that area.
Well, definitely, and it is going to be quite interesting to see if the teams are actually going to move there. But I think we will have some early game action in this matchup, and I guess I was right, because as soon as I say that, we switch over to Killer from Team Savage, has a UMP in his hands and a Winchester on his back. Has spotted out the player of E2S right in front of him. Gets up from behind the ridges, trying to see if he can see and catch a hint of his opponents. Oh, spots him out as he jumps out the back window, but no! Misses out the timing of peeking the ridge, and now Killer has given away his position.
Well, Killa is just out here. Has a UMP though. I mean, can he spot down one player? I think he does. He does spot down one player. He's trying to do the damage, but the damage does not happen as of now. He does not have any vest. That's also one of the things. I mean, if you have to take up a fight or something, you kind of need that vest as well. And the helmet is also level 1 plus no backpack. So everything should just come about. Like, he needs to focus on the loot. I mean, he should be using a Win 94, just take up a few shots. I mean, that might as well just do the damage or the job if it just, you know, is aligned perfectly. But well, E2S, now Rain is just moving on to the backhand side, has a UMP with the 3 times.
Well, definitely, and the UMP can actually dish out a lot of damage, but E2S, the player, has managed to get away from a situation that could have gone south really, really fast. But like I said, it was also to the effect of Savage's killer just mistiming his peak over the ridge, and the teammate comes in, picks him up in his vehicle, and now they actually just get away.
Yeah, they are just moving up onto the backhand sides, and right now from the Sand Mountains area, they will start up their rotation. I mean, given the fact they are already inside the circle, rotation at this moment, I don't know if we just want to talk about this one. Killer, alright, so he has the Winchester, just like we were saying, he hasn't used it yet. Can he not just get up a pick? That's one thing. He needs to spot someone, and he cannot, as the opponents are on the other side. They have the golden Mirado, though. I mean, they have the golden swag in this map.
Well, the golden swag actually pulls a lot of attention on you, so you need to be careful while driving that vehicle, because people want to shoot at it quite a lot.
I mean, it's one thing. It's so good. Everyone wants to. It's so good. Yeah. Everyone wants to get a hold of it, and for that they shoot it and they blast it.
Yeah, that's my personal experience. If I see someone else in that vehicle, I'm gonna make sure that guy is like not gonna be in the game for a long time.
Yeah, that's totally true. So it's kind of a thing that you show off in the game. So that's if you want to, but yeah, look at these players. Look at these lads just moving in that golden swag with all the teammates, and they're like, someone pass the aux cable, please.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. I mean, having a in-house sort of music going on in the vehicle. But I mean, it has its own disadvantages. What if you're playing it too loud and you can't hear the gunshots that are being shot towards you?
I mean, that's why it's an open vehicle, so that, you know, the sound just comes out from all the directions. we're just you know, getting a hold to the back of the conversation of the game. 187 has to get inside the circle from the backside of Toria. Whether they can, MPGX and Team Bear, they might as well just contest the zone's edge for themselves. WMG has to move in. K49, all right, I want to see how this team actually plays this game, because you can see Reaper is away from the teammates.
Yeah, plus, I mean, it's going to be quite interesting for them, since in the first 2 games, K49 had the privilege of being the team in the center of the circle. Well, in this match, they do not. They are as far away from the circle as you can possibly be. But E2S on the other side, I mean, the UMP doing wonders. Bazooka has been taken down. Oh, Bazooka going down to a UMP. How about that?
Why are you my friend? But well, right now, Rain. So talking about this, right? E2S is still taking up a good fight, and they did knock the players down. But confirmation is going to be a different part. But talking about confirmation, look at this TD Choco. With the help of the Uzi, they do take down one Mirado, but the players, they are still out there. I mean, they can use some grenades. Like, if they can throw the grenades back to back, they might as well just create a catastrophe in the minds of their opponents, and then they can rush in, and something like that might just happen. But hey, they have another vehicle. They want to move away.
Yeah, Mafia Gang trying to back off from the situation completely, and well, Team Destiny. All right, Rashad, he has different plans. He's lying down behind the shit. That was just a fake. So Team Destiny Choco, he's going to look up in front, but no,
he's there. He's there. Shoot him. Shoot him.
What is going on in this match? What did I just see?
I mean, he had a lot of time, but what he did is he wanted to get up and shoot, and the animation of getting up actually just took him down. So that changed the game for Team Mafia's players. I mean, Rocky, now he is all alone in this deserted land right off the bat. So the thing is, obviously he will be having his teammates, but they are not here. And if you need a cover, you need them right now. And now he just has to move up like this, and he is spotted. 17, 17, 10. Damage is being done, but the backups arriving. Will the backup come in any quick time? That's the biggest question, because you can see the players just moving up forward, and they have been spotted down by Japan. I mean, he does spot down a vehicle just moving up. Now Rocky goes down. 2 players surviving Team Mafia. Was this a mistake?
And hey, kudos to Team Destiny. They have actually done it. They're going for a squad wipe right now against the team of Mafia Gang.
Well, they are looking really good. They are looking impressive at this moment with the momentum that they have. Well, Japana, he has been spotted down as well. So now he just has to be here. Does not need to give out any location or anything. Choco's moving up forward as well. Japana is drinking an energy drink, putting up his HP or energy bar onto a good marker. Choco and Japana, two players moving up forward. The confirmation should just arrive. Arun, Whitey and Boss are just out here. Will they or will not take the fight? It's again a 2-2 split. Not in the favor of TD. But the Molly hits down Boss. All right, Boss is burning. Well, he goes, he still lives as of now. He did not go down. His HP did, though.
Well, he is on 50% HP. Japana going for the flank. Arun and Boss in some trouble. Arun's HP is also really low. He's going to be knocked out now. The whole of Team Destiny, they come in. And the first squad wipe from this team finally happens, ladies and gentlemen. They go ahead and they wipe out the Mafia Gang.
Well, first squad wipe of the game and by this team. It was brilliant the way they have played this game. I wish that we could see more and more games by this team like this.
Yeah, but now the opportunity is gone, right? It's already too late.
I mean, think about it. They played mind games as well while wiping out the squad. Two players just moving up forward, using Molotovs. It was brilliant.
But it all came down to Japana actually being successful with his assault. Because had he been taken down earlier on, then Choco couldn't have moved forward. Devil and Kit Kat were on the other side, on the other mountain. So there was a distance between them, and there was absolutely no backup had Japana gone down earlier on. It was a risky way to take a fight, but hey, if it works out in the end, well, no one can really critique it. And also, I mean,
you don't complain.
Yeah, you don't complain if you get the points after all. Also, Team Destiny, they are inside the circle right now, so kudos to them. They have control of a good area.
And also the circle has left the Oasis. So that's one thing. So now we are going to be seeing a Hacienda open circle till Hacienda del Patron. So that's one of the things. We'll see how that circle just pans down.
No more La Benedita though.
Yeah, no more love, and that also changed as the circles is moving up away from that. And the teams outside the blue circle. I want to talk about K49. Why are they playing it so slow? They are still outside the blue zone.
Yeah, that is the thing for them. They are outside the blue zone. I don't think they had any plans for stuff like this to happen. So it is the same thing that was happening in the early stages of the tournament. If the circle was not on the team, they just like to play, so they're going to get the placement points. But once they actually manage to make it in the center of the circle, that's when the team becomes deadly. Also, we did see the airdrop coming in with the extended mag. The growths are being there, and the level 3 kit also coming in. If anyone manages to recover it, they're going to have an advantage in the close range action.
Well, yes, that is one thing, but right now, as you can see the players just out in this equation. E2S Eddie, he has to just stay with his teammates because he knows a rush is coming, and that rush is going to be a bad one. It might as well just take a few players of theirs down. It might as well take a few players of the other ones down. I mean, can hunt the spot down. Senior was just in the open, but well, Senior also just moves up against the players. I don't know what C-Line is doing right now, but it sounds like if they are ready for the fight, they might as well just take it. But look at TD. Destiny is moving up forward. They also want to be a part of the rotation right now and might as well be a part of fight sometime soon.
Well, definitely the fight is going to happen as E2S, they have a good setup going for themselves, but the players of Team Destiny have closed in. And C-Line are here as well, ladies and gentlemen. There's some distance between them, E2S and Team Destiny, but they are close enough. So if they end up moving in this direction, the fight is going to break out. And Savage Robot had a pan in his hand, switches over to the weapon. Killa is going to charge in on the players of 187, but peeking the res, he needs to be careful. Spots out Napu in the distance. Beast right behind him, quite close. And there's another player present quite close, but they're not targeting that. They take out the backup first, and now the front lines are going to go down. 187 in a bad situation. They take down Eco. Killa is still present. 1v1 situation between him and the Beast, and it is 2 players down from the side of Savage. The revive needs to come in. Beast going for the revive. Killa, he has the opportunity to close in, and he does it quite perfectly. If you can spot out the Beast, if you can spot out the revive, if you can stop it from happening, he stops it. He gets the knock. Nade was really far away from his team, and 187 have been reduced to just one last surviving player.
Well, now somehow 187 will have to see and talk about all the details that were missed in this fight. Because, Nare, how long can you survive? But look at this. S9, C9's going down by Team Destiny. Well, I would love to see that fight happening somehow because they took down 2 players. Well, now, right now, if we talk about 187, well, now they're just moving up forward again, and now he needs to go for a revive. He has landed down his buggy, which he thinks is a good spot, but that's something else. E2S now taking up a fight against TD, and now he's on low HP. Can he just survive this situation? That's one thing, but Team Destiny is in a lot of trouble. Now the tables are turning as Team Destiny is losing their players.
Well, definitely they are losing their players one after the other. Devil has been taken down, but Nade, can he survive? Savage, they spot him out as well. All right, so Killa actually panned someone right now.
Oh.
We did see in the kill feed, all right, E2S, Japana, he has made a bit of noise. Roy in the backlines from Team CL9. It's a sandwich for Team Destiny, and we know sandwiches in this game are never really a good thing.
They're deadly, always dead. And look at Japana, he is just out there. Oh.
All right, so HP
he's
not
still,
really there.
Yeah, but he was still surviving barely. But now the
Now
Molly,
he's not
Molly
gonna
might
survive,
just do the job. Molly might just do the job, and yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yep, Japana is going to be taken down. Kit Kat, the last surviving player for Team Destiny,
Okay.
hiding behind the ridge. E2S and Seal9, both of them are going to go for the hunt on the last player. No, they don't.
But they don't want to over-aggress in this situation, right? Because all they have to do is worry about the circle as well, which they are really close to. So they're like, we might as well just see. If they want to, if they just, change their mind, they can. But Seal9, right now, they have all the players surviving. A few minutes back, the 2 players were down. And that too was done by Team Destiny. But now Seal9, they're also focusing on the rotations, which obviously, given the fact, right, as of now the fights are happening, is a good thing.
Well, it is definitely going to be a good thing. And moving forward, can they convert it into more good things? I mean, we do see Dhage from Team SDZ. All right, Mifsal has been taken down, but Dhage was trying to find an opening. He knows the precise location of 2 of his opponents. Smoke, tossing out the smokes to provide some cover, to build up some cover, after which he is going to revive his own teammate. Seal9 against the players of Savage. And Myunke, Roy, they have been taken down. It is a grenade barrage, artillery strike coming in on the players of Seal9. Roy, he's going to be finished off. The other 2 lads trying to back off, but MPGX taking the fight against the players of SDZ. Knight is going to go down, and SDZ, they are getting charged upon right now.
But the thing is, they are 2 players, just 2 players of SDZ. Look at them, they are just getting charged upon exactly. It's a 2v2 fight that is happening. Wiz has to move up forward, but the smoke kind of just distracts the players. Well, one final player, Snipey, survives, and that too on low HP, does not have anything. Just the bandages are the only friends. He's going to apply the bandages. Yes, he is. The smoke fades away, and now this one player surviving will have to take everything onto the fights department. He does put down a Molotov, but that is not going to be helping him right now. Well, it does. It does. He takes down Drawlin. Zesty still surviving, applying up the first aid right now. His Molly takes another player down. It's a 1v1. Can Snipey clutch this 1v1? It's going to be a tricky affair as Zesty moves in the Thompson in his hand, and he is going to go for the revive. The revive's happening. Snipey, can he revive Dage? Now it's going to be an important question. B2R, meanwhile, the player Molly's his own teammate, his own self. Look at that. He goes down by his own Molly. That's one thing. But right now, Snipey, how long can he take this fight? He needs to go for the revive, and yes, he does. He does revive his teammate, but Zesty's moving up forward. He knows it's a 1v1. He knows he can take it. He knows the player's location. He knows he's up there. A good grenade being cooked up. He's cooking up the grenade. The grenade goes down and it takes the players. Wow.
Well, MPGX, they somehow managed to survive in the fight against the players from SDZ. And RC Pablo, his location has been compromised. The Russia's bazooka, he's trying to take those shots. Hazed. Oh my god. So Bazooka actually knows where the entire team of NRC is. He's spotting all of them out through the windows and through the gaps in those windows.
Well, alright, so talking about Team Russia, the thing is, right now they don't have any kill. Well, Kit Kat does go down. That is the end of any Team Destiny, as we were just talking about this one. Then talking about Nare as well. Look at him. He's the last one surviving. And that was the best thing. Around Nare, 2 teams are fighting, and he's just sitting out there chilling. He's like, no, I don't want to be a part of this fight. He was just sitting in one small. Look at, he's just lying down, WMG is fighting E2S, and then there's Nade on to the other direction, just sitting, just staying there. He does not want to give up his location because he's the last one.
Exactly, he's the last. Oh, he does actually right now. He takes down 2 of the players from the side of WMG, just trying to pick up the kills, and now WMG is reduced to 1 man. It's a 1v1 situation. Nade has managed to turn things around, hand the victory over to E2S, and also destroy WMG in the process.
I mean, WMG would have never realized what hit them all of a sudden. They were focusing on E2S, and then there comes one player who just tries to change the course of history, course of future, course of the present. That is happening right now. That's one thing that he was doing. E2S, meanwhile, Nasal has been taken down from B2R, and it's down to Grieger, and he's just trying to move inside the circle. Talk about the circle. This is the 4th circle, and 17 minutes and 30 seconds have passed down right now. Sengi has to look down in 2 directions. One on E2S, the other one on Nade, and what he's focusing on is putting up 1 more smoke grenade, and after this might as well just take this vehicle and move away. But can he charge out? That's the question. I mean, a revival on Spider is also important. He has a lot of smoke grenades right now. I think not anymore, but well, he needs to go for a revive, and now the revive should be just coming in. But the smoke grenade, is it helping them?
Well, it could help them out. It is better than having no cover available to you and your opponents having a clear line of sight to you. But it is also a beacon that attracts the attention of your opponents in your direction. E2S taking a lot of shots from every single direction possible, and right now have cover of a few ridges, so they're trying to hide in the location. 187 Nade, the aggression from his end has calmed down, and WMG, they have no idea where the man is. They're shooting at one house, he's in the corner of the other. Senge, in a matter of seconds, you're going to be a little out of trouble. Alright, so the shots come in from Nade. Now he's been spotted out. The shots come in from Senge, and he takes him down. So 187 finally being forced to take a knee in this game, and they're going to be forced to take an exit.
Well, that was a brilliant spray, the way the spray just was moving up against the players. But well, now we are down to 10 teams and 32 players alive. The circle, it's going to be just moving up forward. We'll be hitting the 5th circle right now onto the side of Hacienda, just as we were discussing about it. That's where the zone is. Let's see which teams gets the best out of this. Well, Sissy takes down SDM's array, and he has been taken down. And Seal Lines Inc. is also into the equation of the fight. So all the players slowly and steadily are just trying to gather the information and use it against their opponents.
Well, they are going to try and gather as much information as they can. E2S Hunter going for the hunt right now, closing the distance against the players of WMG. Moving forward, the cover for his teammates is there, but Sengi, he is in the backlines as well, and Spider spots him out. Hunter and Height, they are right in front of the players of WMG. Hunter has been taken down. Eddie and the other teammates try to close the distance. Spider finally going down. 2 versus 1 for Sengi, who was backed off completely from the assault that was befalling on the players of WMG. But was this worth it for the players of E2S? Because now the rotations have been delayed, and they are going to be taking the damage from the blue zone in a matter of seconds.
Well, now it might just be a bad thing for the players. As you can see, the contestation of that house in the middle area, the compound in the middle area, that's going to be just a tricky affair. But right now, E2S, they have to move forward as well. WMG, last player surviving. Sengi, how long can he survive? NRC is just right onto the backside. The molly did just come out, but it did not hit him. That's one thing for sure. E2S is Haiti needs to put up a first aid or some healings, but Grieger, how long can Grieger survive? That's also one thing. And Hayes, alright, if he was just onto the right hand side, he would have seen Sengi. The molly is just going down. Sengi, how is this man surviving in the open area?
Well, he still managed to stay alive. NRC is right next to him. Yeah. I don't know how, but the smokes are actually helping. Alright, now he takes a lot of damage and he gets finished off.
All down to E2S players. Now NRC, like, they still have to just look forward to it, and Team WMG also gets they just go down just as we were talking about it. Team Bear, they have all the players surviving, but they don't have kills. They are playing it just a bit safe and just a bit onto the good side. They are onto the edge of the circle, just making sure that they play this game zone by zone by zone, and they are doing it good.
Well, they're definitely doing it really, really nicely. But in this situation, absolutely none of the teams are sitting in the center. All of them trying to play the edge. Talking about the edges, one of those edges, it is a fight between SDZ and Team Bear breaking out right now. SDZ have the high ground advantage, but are a little bit further out of the circle. on the other side. Bear on the low ground, but inside the circle. So the trade-off is there. But SDZ need to go on the aggression if they want to pick off Team Bear and if they want to move forward in the circle now.
K49 Reaper goes down and gets finished as Hunter did enjoy that kill, and right now Rocket takes down TM7's Heidi into the situation. Eddie takes down one more player, and that's going to be K49's Winter. Venom goes down as well. K49, all of a sudden the team is slowly and steadily just going down. The Carnage is surviving, but for how long can he survive? I mean, K49 is getting being taken down from all the directions. E2S onto the back end side, there's one team onto the front side. Seal9 meanwhile gets eliminated with 3 kills in their hands. E2S TM7's Eddie goes down, and now Rushes have to move forward, but no, Bazooka has been taken down. Pickoffs are arriving from all directions. A good grenade might as well just end the game. It has to be on the sides of Heti. If it takes him down, this ends everything. He has spotted him down, and there it is. A full proper wipe happening by Rushers.
Well, the wipe does come in, and we are down to 6 teams, 18 players alive. K49, they have managed to put themselves, well, they have managed to pin themselves down. They're inside a shack right now, the players that are surviving. There's a team right behind them, that's the team of Team Rushers, and they are outside the circle, so they'll have to move in. They can pick off the players from Team Rushers once they pass them by and then decide to move in, but K49, it is a troublesome situation for them. Being in the top 6 with the kills can definitely put you in an advantage, but Bazooka manages to flip the bus right there, and the trouble is going to befall that team in a matter of seconds.
I mean, that was not supposed to happen, but that did happen out there. So, you know, that all stops the momentum. We just talked about this one, but right now, Team Rushers, they are at a different level. They have 6 kills already, and look at Rocket. He has 3 for himself. So, that's brilliant somehow, and if we are just, you know, seeing how the things are working, I would love to see how far away can we go with all these fights and all. Well, Grenade, he survives brilliantly, but Winter, he is still out there, and the way the fights are happening, it's somehow, you know, just changes a lot of things.
Yeah, it does change a lot of things, in fact, and we're going to find out how things are going to go down. But for now, Kalashnikov is trying to find an opening and is going to look to see if he can take down a few more players. But look at that. So Rushers, they've been spotted out by the players of NRC, and Pablo has a sniper in his hand. In fact, a bolt action. Would love to see that in action. He knows the location of his opponent. So the Rushers, they made a lot of noise while coming in. And 2 players, Grenade and Bazooka, are quite exposed. Kalashnikov on the backlines does not have an opportunity to take the fight. But we do have an update now.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about the opportunity. Well, Team Rushers have been disqualified from the tournament, and they are playing this game for sure. And next one would have been the last game for all glory, but this is the last game for them. And obviously the points will be on a different side. I want to see what happens if they get a chicken or something, because, you know, I mean, they are just here. Well, NRC, will they go for a wipe?
So even if they win this game, it's not going to matter.
They get 0 points for the entire thing.
So we are basically down to 3 teams in this match.
Now we are down to 2 teams in this match.
Yeah.
We just talk about this one. But
Pablo, shoot them. You have a K9.
I mean, he did shoot them, and it hit them in the...
in the knee.
Exactly.
One day I took a bullet to the knee, not an arrow this time.
I was just pointing, Johnny. This is where the shot just came down. I don't know why. That was one thing. But well, talking about the fights, you can see MPGX, and there's another team, NRC, that's on to the other side. But well, hey, they are taking a fight on themselves, and well, Kalashnikov from the other side takes down 1 player, and now they have compromised onto their locations. They might as well just go down into the situation. Well, he's still trying. Bazooka's on low HP, and might as well just enjoy 1 kill. What's going to happen? Kalashnikov goes down. Yes, he does. Grenade as well. Follows down. Bazooka low on the HP, but still trying to go for the revive on the teammates. That's one thing that will be happening. But well, the major fight right now for the points is going to be between NRC and obviously the other team that's going to be onto the other side, MPG. It is going to be a tricky situation. The situation 3v2, and it's going to be one last player. Wiz surviving outside the circle and Zesty inside the circle. So Wiz goes down to the play zone. Zesty's the last one surviving. I guess NRC knows this. All they have to do is just get 1 player and get the entire game.
Well, just one more player to pick off and then the victory is theirs. But MPGX moving forward against the players of NRC. Hayes has been spotted, but though they pick off the last lad, it was a 1v3 situation after all. And well, NRC, they played this one to perfection and they claim themselves a tasty chicken dinner and moved to third position in the overall.
Well, that's brilliant. I mean, talking about 10 kills that they have. This time 10 was not the curse number, I would say.
This time the team with 10 kills actually managed to survive and get the chicken dinner.
Yeah, they did. 15 placement points, 16, 13 damage. So talking about the damage in an open area, I would say that was brilliant because, you know, the circle was on the northern side of Hacienda. The players had a lot of open area to play around and getting 10 kills in that one, it's good. Given the fact you have to look around for the zones as well, and they did that perfectly.
Yeah, they did that perfectly, as you said. But now let's move forward and have a look at the MVP of this game. I would love to see which individual actually got the MVP of this match. Alright, it is Zesty from Team MPGX. 5 kills, 1 assist, 1100 damage.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. 1173 damage, 274 healings done, 25 plus minutes of survival time. I mean, all together put down. This was a good game for them and for the individual player, obviously.
Yeah, especially, I mean, Zesty, that was amazing. 1173. All right, so look at this. 1173. It's not even that surprising because look at Hayes, 766. Then we have Haiti, 964, 2 kills. Then we have Wiz with 731 and 2 kills.
So this was a high, damaging game for the, and that just means assists were flying left, right, and center probably. Like there would have been quite a few assists by the opponent.
Either they had a lot of assists or the players that they were getting knocks on ended up getting revived a lot.
I mean, that's the beauty of Miramar as well. You spot someone onto the other side of the ridge, the player goes down, you cannot shoot them anymore. They go for a revive, and the ridges kind of come to the rescue.
The ridges are always going to be there for the rescue. But I mean, also we have seen the match. We have seen the MVP. We have seen the top players. Rankings are also going to be important. How many points do teams actually get?
So NRC just out at 10 kills, as we were just discussing about MPG and the Russia 7-7 each. E2S has 6 kills for themselves. Team Pair, low on the kill department, but they get good, the placement point number for themselves. Talking about K49, no kills in this one.
No kills. As I said, I called this in the start of the game. K49, they have no backup for when they are outside the circle. They only have one game plan, guys. We're going to take the center. We're going to win the game. If we are outside the center, let's just try and survive.
Let's just try to go for something else, and that's one thing that they were doing quite well. Right now, Mafia Gang, Mafia Gang is the only team that had nothing, neither the kill points nor the placement points. So next game might have to come back stronger, and that was also because of NA Team Destiny, the first fight.
Yes, NA Team Destiny. It was amazing to see, like, I mean, finally the team actually going for a 4v4 situation. It was a risky situation. You could see a lot of flaws in how the fight was picked up. But hey, they ended up getting 4 kills.
That was good. That was good. That was good. Obviously, they did try to take another fight. They took down 2 players of Seal 9, but after that, they were being shut down by E2S. So that changed a lot of things, but they tried. Exactly.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to have a look at the open moments of the match. And here they are.
Yeah, I mean, this I don't know what happened when, the fight just went against them. And because Mafia, Rasad, he was just lying down.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, things change.
This was an interesting situation because now they actually tried to make sure that he could keep the players of Savage off of his teammate. But no, Savage, they were a little bit too close for comfort and they actually did get an easy finish on the opponents. Look at this, E2S. They were putting up a lot of amazing numbers, a lot of amazing plays on the game. This was an interesting fight. This was an amazing fight against SDZ that MPGX actually managed to find themselves out in.
You can say this fight changed the course of the game for that one team, MPGX. I mean, obviously they were in top 2, but that grenade just changed quite good things.
And then when we move to the final few circles of the game, we do see them over on the edge. Absolutely no one around them. And then this was the point where it all just like it was so close to ending.
Yeah, and look at this. The spray continuation happens, takes down 1, takes down 2, and then the third person was also just out there, gets spotted down, and the team elimination happens. And then the final fight, obviously, one player, he did try, but it was a bit too big.
Zesty tried his level best. I mean, it was a valiant effort, but he stood up in front of 3 players and tried to shoot at all of them. I mean, those guys are going to take you down in an instant, so it made sense what happened to him.
That's true, but Apart from this one, I would love to see where the overall standings, just end down to all the stuff. As we were talking about it, we have so many speculations. Now, these are the numbers. And talk about all the other teams. MPGX, now they're at the top, but hey, Max Legends, they have to... Like, 11 games, 120 points, 8 games, 117.
117 points. That is the key number. And I think NRC Esports, they'll be catching up to them, but NRC actually managed to catch up to Max Legends in terms of their placement points. 72-72, all tied up.
There are so many teams. You can see about Seal 9 and obviously MPGX that have higher kill points as compared to Max Legends.
But in 11 games.
Yeah, exactly. K49 as well. But yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah. So they still have the advantage in terms of matches remaining. Same goes for the Smokers, Seal Esports, and also OPMF or OPEX, another team that's going to be stepping into the battle arena tomorrow. But moving forward in the standings, so 77 points on two teams, 15, then 16. Then we have E2S on 75 points. So the opportunity for them to get themselves into the top 16 is still there. But then tomorrow, No Chance comes back, Urbif comes back, DENO comes back. It's going to be intense.
I mean, it will be definitely. And then talking about any Team Destiny, they had a good fight. They obviously did climb up one, but you know, it's still one thing that the last match, if they want to do wonders, it's just one match remaining.
Yeah, just one more match remaining for them to actually pull off a show of a lifetime, put a show of a lifetime for all of us. Are they going to be able to do that? Well, we'll find out. We'll find out, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. The last match is once again going to be on Erangel, and it is going to be a spectacle, because once again, let me remind you, last game for teams from Group A and teams from Group C.
Some teams have everything to lose at this moment, the ones that are at the crucial stages. Some teams have nothing to lose, they can go YOLO. Some teams would want to go for a high kill game. Last game can change a lot of things for a lot of teams.
One match for E2S to climb from the 17th to inside the top 16. Just one match.
But the thing is, can they hold there once they are not playing tomorrow's game? So,
right. Before we head into the last match, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking a very short break. So just stay tuned, keep watching. We'll be right back.
Let's get it.
everyone, and once again, welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2021 Spring Split South Asia Wildcard Region. My name is Warren Super Johnny John, being joined at the desk by Ocean Sharma, and now it's time for us to head into the last match of day number 5 of the group stages, which is going to be on Erangel, teams from Group A and C playing.
I mean, this is where, everything just ends for a few teams. That's what I want to emphasize on this
For 16
game.
teams.
This game, yeah, for a few teams, exactly. This game.
But just for the group stages. If they move forward, they'll be playing the finals.
For a few teams.
Yeah.
So, a few in. But well, yeah, that's the thing. If they cannot make it up forward, their journey ends out here.
Yeah.
So you gotta play everything correctly in one manner that you stay comfortable even tomorrow.
Exactly. Otherwise, the $300 that you receive just for being here, it's gonna be like a reminder that you never got to move forward.
That's true. But well, the experience in this one, obviously, that does matter.
Yeah, that does matter. It can help you grow. It can help you achieve a lot of greatness in the future, though. But this opportunity, you can say bye-bye to it if you do not move to the finals. But with that being said, again, of the update, let me remind you guys, Team Russians, they have been DQ'd from the tournament, so won't be playing in this match. That means we'll be going on Erangel once again with 14 teams. We started off with 14 teams.
Started off with 14 teams. There was one team that was missing, and now we'll be ending up with 14 teams.
Yeah.
So. But then there's always that one team that never joins the lobby.
Yeah.
There's always that one team as well. I don't know. I mean,
one team never joins. One team did not join in one game. Now, they all joined in, so we had 15 teams in Miramar, but now we're going to have 14 in this one. And if one more team decides not to join, then I guess we'll be 13.
I would love to see how this game, just pans out, because it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be an important one, and this one is going to be something that changes the way the teams will be thinking today and tomorrow. Yesterday's sleep for some teams would have been, for some players would have been like in a matter of thoughts. Will it be good? Will it not be good? And today, when they're executing it, after this, some teams get to probably, think about the future strategies, whilst the others just stay there and they're like, yeah, we did good. Obviously it was not in our favor, but we gave our 100%.
Yeah, they did give their 100%, and that is the most important thing. But what do you guys think? I mean, who do you think? Is E2S going to be able to make it? They have been having a strong momentum since the start of the day, just on the verge of qualifying for the finals. And if they make it into the top 16 today, imagine if they are sitting on the 16th position today. There are 3 teams right below them that have played 8 matches, that have 4 matches remaining, and will be playing tomorrow.
But that's the thing, right? We're talking about a few teams that might as well just make it or break it.
Yeah.
So this game will only be about those speculations again and again and again and again. Because even if you have a really good game today, maybe you're at 12th position, maybe you're at 13th position, maybe you're at 10th position, doesn't matter. Tomorrow there are going to be some other teams that might as well just try and contest your placement as well, because at the end those teams are also looking forward to just one thing, and that is just to showcase their dominance.
Well, definitely. And talking about showcasing the dominance, I mean, we have seen a lot of dominating performances in the last game, namely from Team K49.
Definitely.
But the question arises, can this team actually do something viable if they are outside the circle? That is a really, really big question.
I mean,
so for the time being, I mean, we're gonna have to see how things actually turn about. But it is going to be quite interesting to actually see what the teams bring to the table if they are put in situations like with K49 in the last game.
Yeah.
What they will be bringing to the table if the game does not go according to them.
I mean,
so if you are outside the circle, what are you going to do?
I mean, that's the thing. That's the question to ask, right?
Yeah.
If you're just talking about it, do you take the fight and get a kill points if you spot someone, or do you just try and get inside the circle just to go for the placement point? So those few things, just change the course of the stuff. So somehow, some teams will try to go against those. Some teams will try to go with those. Whatever suits your boat. Yeah,
whatever suits your boat, ladies and gentlemen. But I mean, you can't do whatever suits your boat like always, because otherwise it's like basically called going YOLO.
I mean, you can.
But talking about going YOLO, this is the perfect opportunity now.
Probably, yeah, it is the perfect opportunity if you have to just, look forward onto this one, because a few teams will try, a few teams will execute, a few teams will strategize, a few teams will see, and probably will see the game in a few minutes as well, a few seconds, a few moments.
Well, we'll wait for the game. While that, I mean, talking about going YOLO, if I was in the shoes of Team Destiny right now, I would drop down in Pochinki.
I would try. Yeah, we would try and take the fights if we were out there. We'll be like, yeah, it's what's the worst thing that can happen? Fights might not go in our way, but what's the best thing that can happen? Some fights might go in our way. So
exactly. Who knows how things are going to turn out? But moving forward with things, I mean, I guess the match would be starting soon.
Soon, probably.
Yeah, we are still waiting for an update. And going along with talking about updates, I mean, we have seen a lot of changes happen in the game over the years. Some of them, I mean, we still miss and reminisce about our older days.
Weekend day. Not there. It's not there.
Teardrop rolling down my cheek. Not really. I hate that map.
It was a good map, man. It was
a decent map, but like watching the game is more entertaining on Weekend Day. I mean, for us as casters, we used to love it, but if you're playing the game, it becomes really annoying.
Weekend Day was somewhat made. It's somewhat made out for tricky circles because the half 50% water, 50%. That was the meta that always stayed in Weekend Day.
And that iteration of Weekend Day was something that we all loved when we had those edge circles, but then that got taken away from us, and then we had land circles that would just move in the center.
Get this. Players used to have half water, half land. That means they used to have less area. That means there were supposed to be fights. Yet there used to be heal battles in Weekend Day.
Yes. Because of how even the circle movements were, it would just keep on moving towards the center.
That's true. And I don't know, if we talk about, we have seen teams playing in PEL as well, as 4 AM, No X, those have been out here. They play just 2 maps mostly. It's Erangel, Miramar, Erangel, Miramar. And I wouldn't be surprised if Sanhok goes out of the equation as well. Someday, if Sanhok goes out of the equation, then we get to see the standard 2, maps. We start off with Erangel, we move on to Miramar, Erangel, Miramar, Erangel, because in that way, what you can do is, you get out everything. In Erangel, you get grass as well if you want to go with the nature and all those things. In Miramar, you get to, because if we talk about this, then no different gun will be. You won't be worried about QBZ, QBU as it's G3016. So you won't be worried about the newer guns. You just have to focus on the ones that are in the meta.
Exactly, just focus on the ones that are doing really well in the meta and how you can put them to a really good use. But I mean, alright, so if we're going to talk about how things are going right now, we know, I mean, once the teams move forward from here to the finals, the meta for this region is specifically going to change because everyone is going to be on their toes, everyone is going to be giving their 100%. But let's move even further from there. Ocean, how do you think teams are going to cope up based on how teams are going to playing? How teams are playing right now? You're casting also the PMCO Pakistan, and you've been watching and keeping up with the other regions. So how do you think teams from the Wildcard South Asia region will try and cope up with the teams that have been invited to the PMPL South Asia Season 3, teams from Pakistan, Zeus?
So talking about teams from Pakistan, Bangladesh and Nepal region, everyone knows the teams, everyone knows the team's meta, but talking about Wildcard, these surely will be the underdogs. These surely will be the underdogs because people don't have much to study about these teams. Pakistan region, obviously people know about the teams out there. People know about the way those teams play and everything. They can polish those stats and they can make it their best. But these ones, supposedly it's like that thing only. It's like, I don't know, was it Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee who said this, that I'm not afraid of one move that you practice. I'm not afraid of that 1,000 moves that you practice. I'm not afraid of the 1,000 moves that you practice once, but I'm afraid of that one move that you practice 1,000 times. So it's one thing. Talking about Pakistan region, talking about Bangladesh and Nepal region, those teams have been practicing and they have been under the radars of a lot of regions because teams know, like we talk about FS, they were a PMWL team as well, right, from Pakistan region. They represented there. We're talking about A1 Esports from Bangladesh, PMGs, talking about ASL, DRs, they have been there. Team Zeus is there, has been there as well, but none from these teams. So these teams bring an unpredictable nature to the game.
I mean, the unpredictability can work out in their favor. That is the big thing. The unpredictability can work out in your favor because, again, as we said when we started the tournament, the opponents won't have enough information on you to actually prep up about your strategies, to prep up about your gameplay. And that, you have to make sure that you use that to your advantage because after day number 1 is over, everyone will have enough information to prep about you.
I mean, that's true. You gotta do good in day one only, because you know lead is important at that moment. You gotta have that lead.
Exactly. Getting the lead in the first day, getting the lead in the early stages of the tournament is always a crucial thing. Because if you can manage to do that, you have a safety cushion. And we talk about safety cushions. I mean, if you fall down, it's not going to hurt as bad.
Yeah, that's the thing. But when the game starts, we still say, you know, right, top 3 teams, it's tough competition. Top 3 teams, 4th, 5th, 6th, one game, those teams, you know, start climbing up. Things like that happen, and you have to stay on top. We don't want to see another Yudo Gang. We want to see another Zeus. Both the teams had 3 chicken dinners in their respective. One was in PMWL, one was in PMCO, but one team went ahead and got the best of the best.
Exactly. Talking about got the best of the best, they went ahead all the way to the Global Championship, managed to finish 3rd over there in their debut season nonetheless. This was the first time the team made it to that big of an international stage, and it was an epic moment for the lads, I'm sure. But that is exactly, as Ocean said, that is exactly what we are here to see. Another team that can sort of reach that sort of capabilities or show potential to get there in the future.
Yeah. I mean, it has to be out here, and probably sometime soon we'll be seeing the match for sure. And everyone obviously want to see the match. So I want to ask the audience, which team do you think can actually win the final match and change the overall placements in a really drastic way, and can obviously, you know, stick in the top 16 for tomorrow? Because tomorrow these teams won't be playing. These are the last times we might as well see a few of these names for this PMCO. Because moving forward, tomorrow it's going to be a separate group, and then obviously next week we're going to see the finals.
Exactly. Next week is going to be the finals, ladies and gentlemen. But before we move on to the finals, we still have one more match today and last day happening tomorrow. So we will have to see the top 16 teams, the final 16 names that will be moving on to the finals.
Yeah.
Top 8, I'm sure pretty much actually have made it this far, but it's the second chart of the standings that we are worried about. But with that being said, I think, all right, so 20 seconds more till the match. Somewhere around that time. Right. I think it's about time we just...
It's about time.
Yeah, it is about time.
It's about
we
time
just
we
head into the game.
should
so
see the match.
Here we go. Yeah, it is time. I mean, the plane has taken off, in fact.
Plane has taken off, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to be just moving down about now. Yeah. No. Oh, hey! You're back! But well, starting off from the backside of Calcutta to Nova Upnice, where we are going right now, Pochingi Farm, Miltar, going to go to Areas, Nova Upnice as well. If the team wants to go there, they can go onto the direction. George Pole as well. Yasnaya might be something. Military Base and Novo, Military Base might be something, but well, let's see where the fights start up.
Yeah, we'll be seeing where the fights start off and how things are going to go about. But I mean, look at this. So SDAMZ taking an early exit towards the Gatka area, and moving forward, it's gonna be really interesting. So most of the teams have actually taken early exits and are heading north.
Yeah, that's true. But well, we still have to see what the circle just forms down. SDC just again, you know, just moving up onto the directions, and Seal 9 is going on to the backside of George Bull, where they usually start their days from, and that's going to be looking really good. NRC. So that's one thing. But right now, WMG, SDZ, like the teams are also just moving up onto their areas, and look at the backside of Gatka. So many teams just clustering out on that area.
Well, it's a massive cluster over there. And this is something where we, again, did not expect in reality, like to have 3 teams towards the western edge of the map and only 1 team towards Georgiapol. Wow. Georgiapol is a place that can easily accommodate like up to 4 teams, like including the North Georgiapol city, yeah.
All right, so this is going to be the cluster of the shelter circle again.
Didn't we have this yesterday?
Yeah, we have this a lot. This is this kind of the passion of this one, season, as of now, as we would just like to say, for PMCO.
Yeah, definitely, and it is going to be all right. So I think early fights are going to break out soon.
They are. You can hear those.
Yeah, we hear the gunshots, and also, all right. So Nova Repnoy, we have 2 teams.
Yeah, that is one thing. But hey, look at this. No area is actually safe for the players, as Dhage is the last one surviving from SDC. Talking about this, it's a 1v2. Can Dhage take this 1v2? If he does, it's going to be brilliant. I mean, Dawes is just going up for the revival, but Dhage spots down one. He might as well just take down that one player as well. But look at this, Dawes is just moving up forward. Drawwood has a good Uzi in his hands. He wants to take down one player, and he switches to FPP. Now he knows where the player is. There it is. It's shotgun to shotgun battle. What's going to happen? Oh, he takes down one. Dhage, can he clutch this 1v1? This is a brilliant 1v1 situation. Look at this. He spots him down, but this is going to be really tricky for him. But still, he is trying to empty his mag. Has 15 bullets, has 6 bullets right now. Goes for the reload. Oh, this is where things might as well just end. Uzi versus a shotgun. Moving up forward, moving up backside. Is he going to go for the revive? Sounds like a plan right now. But, well, no, he's going to go for the finishes. And now he might as well finish another player if it just comes down to that. Is he going to go and stick for the finish? No, he's going for the revive. Look at this. Oh, all right. This is happening on both the directions. I mean, teams, how are they planning it? Sniper needs a revive as well.
Ocean, we said it. We have disclosed this game plan before the match started. YOLO moments, ladies and gentlemen. VSS coming in action from Mifsol. Oh, that's a nice nade. But
that's a nice nade.
It's undercooked.
It also was, you know, just sent to a different direction. Obviously, it was on the same line, but the player had left the area. So now the players are getting revival, and all thanks to Dhage, he revives the whole entire team of SDZ. They do enjoy those 2 kills, but now the major question is, how did they take those 2 players down? Look at Dawes and Robot. And Robot is on low HP. He needs to find up a first hit, otherwise the things will go really, really bad.
Well, things can take a turn towards the south, but it is going to be quite interesting to see how the individuals actually plan on surviving. Because SDZ, it looked like things were taking an even trade, but now Savage is in a really bad position. Robot and Dawes, they're trying to hide in the buildings that they are in, but the players from SDZ looks like they are going to go for a hunt.
Looks like it as in this area, but now SDC again just moving up against the areas, and they have a proper a hold of the middle compound against the players of Savage, and Savage, those are just 2 players, so slowly and slowly just putting up their HP bar, and now the throwables are just coming in. Oh, that was a good one. The throwable enters from one window, exits from the other window, did not do any damage, and that was, I would say, one of the most perfectly imperfect throwable, something that just happened out here.
Well, definitely, and it is so moving forward with this matchup. Apart from this fight, are we going to see the fight on the western side of the map? That is what I'm actually getting confused about right now. Because all right, it's still not the part that I'm talking about. Team Mafia Gang fighting against Team Destiny, but the western side is still not breaking breaking the equilibrium that's there.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that is happening, but well...
Oh,
no, Robot, he was looking really good. But hey, Dawes from the back inside. What is happening inside? He's on low HP, he takes on 1 as well right now, and now he needs to take up this fight at 1 HP only. Time from the other direction. He is going to go for a 1v1, and there is the proper wipe. Wow! Wow,
They almost had it. They almost had it. Brought it down to a 2v2. The 2 players get out, go over aggressive, surprise the opponents, take them down. But Insanity just going insane and surviving. Oh my lord. That was intense. But Team Destiny, talking about intensity, Team Destiny, the devil, trying to take on the players of Mafia Gang. He's running towards Rocky, who has an Uzi in his hands. It is a fight that he did not want to take. But Rocky in a comfortable position. And this is happening towards Nowhere Pnoy.
Yeah, I mean, you have to take this fight. I mean, you don't want to, but look at this. Uzi was not as devilish as Devil was. Now, reloading his barrel again. He's taking another fight, takes down 2 players. All right, is it his moment? He has taken down 2 players. He is going to go for a wipe or not. It's a 1v1 situation. Goes for a drop shot. No, that might be bad. Oh, low on HP. Has a VSS. Will the VSS do the job? He spots on the players. Oh, he tried good again, but Mafia... You can say it was Mafia versus TD again. It's a 1-1 score line.
It's a 1-1 scoreline for both the teams. But, I mean, kudos to Team Destiny for trying. It was a valiant effort. And as we were saying, the team did, in fact, go YOLO. But look at that. So, all right, what just happened on that western edge of the map? SDZ moved up. NRC went to Ferry Pier. And, well, not enough intense of an action. I expected a lot more from those, from that entire chaos.
I mean, we all did. We all did think about this one, but now.
All right, now it might.
Now it might. So that's for sure. NRC, Amar. I want to see where the other teammates of NRC is like. Are they outside the circle or what is it? So that's for sure. So we have to see how that happens. And now, talking about the contestation, WMG has a good area inside the circle. 187 as well as Naeem is just moving up forward. Seal 9 as well and K49. Well, I want to see what they do in this game.
Well, definitely. And it is all right. So MPGX actually get away from SDMZ and managed to make the way inside the circle. The next fight that I think I'm going to try and predict is going to be Bear, WMG, and the players from team E2S. So there's that sort of a triangle that has already formed towards the western side of Milta right now, and in fact on the northern side of farm area would be a little bit more accurate. But that is where the next fight is going to happen in this game.
Yeah. True, but we still have to see, if the fights happen, how do they just pan out? Because now we saw a few wipes happening like all together, and there are a few teams, few players just surviving onto the back of the circle, as you can see, onto the backside of Ferry Pier and Novo Ripnoi. The players will have to move up forward. The circle will be showing up its shift. Now I don't want the momentum to stop. If it started off really quick, it should move with the same pace. That's how the fight should be. That's how the team should showcase that, yes, they are ready for everything that will be thrown onto their side. Even if it's a curveball, even if it's a straight fight, they will go on head-to-head.
Well, definitely. And going head-to-head is not that easy. We do hear some shots in the background. So a fight has broken out. But between whom and with who, only time will tell. Oh, it's the one that I predicted right now. Team Bear, WMG, and E2S in the distance. So I think they are going to close in soon.
Yeah, they would, just want to do this. But now, as we still can see the players, just out here, and the circle just moves on to the shelter side, and the team just moving up. We still haven't seen any fight onto the backside of Pochinki, as SDM and MPG were moving up, and they are just moving right parallel to each other somehow. But SDM, they have stopped down onto one compound that they feel is a really good one. But still, if a fight comes to them, they will have to take it.
Yeah, they definitely have to take it. It's going to be a forced action between these two teams. E2S, alright, so Bear spot them out. Arimun going with the shots of the Scar L. The distance, I think, is going to be a little bit too much to clearly actually know where the bullets are going to go. And also, the players of E2S not taking the risk of peeking the man.
As of now, no. They would not, just will be trying to go out in here. But somehow, as we can see, the players are just trying. Team Bear, Prince, last game was decent for them, but they still need to go for more and more dominating performances, and they know that they have it in them. All they have to do is just try and get there, because Team Bear, we know what this team is capable of. Meanwhile, Seal 9's players Roy and Inky are moving forward right next to the airdrop that has an M249.
Well, definitely, and the M249 with the medkit. Well, the weapon, the poetry of 100 bullets is definitely something that could help you out in those later stages, especially seeing as to how chaotic this match is going to be. It is definitely a weapon that you would like to have in your hands. On the other side, Taco right now just backing off from the action. I mean, in fact, the entirety of Team WMG, they have backed off from the action that was forced upon them by the players of Team Bear. They have gotten themselves into a safer position, and, well, now all they have to worry about is where the next circle is going to be.
Oh yeah, but that's a long shot, right? That's a long shot into this thinking, as we can just will be seeing slowly and slowly, because you have to still move in the open, take up the fights if the fights are not in your favor. But the clusters forming up slowly and steadily from the sides of shelter to the back end side. The cluster is still forming up, and players in these areas, if you want to play, all you can do is use vehicles probably just for your covers. A few houses will be really good, and that would be good if a circle ends down right next to a house or something, and if a team has the cover and the control of a building, how do they utilize it? I mean, those things just can change and make and break the game. I'm still impressed by the players of 187. They started off from Lipkovka. They are staying away from the fights right now, are onto the southern side of prison, and they are staying really good.
Well, definitely, and it is going to be a good situation for them. 187 in a wonderful position. All the teams right in front of them, so it's going to be easy for them to spot out who they actually want to shoot at. pick their own choice of targets and then shoot them whenever they want. Otherwise, I mean, look at the center, how cluttered it is. So there's Bear, there's E2S, there's MPGX, WMG, K49 isn't. Well, K49 not exactly in the center. They're trying to get there. Then we also have Team S9, Seal9 trying to be a part of it. I think NRC and Mafia Gang also have wonderful positions in the match since they are away from the clutter of teams that are trying to control the center of the circle right now.
As of now, yes, that clutter is still happening, and it's still just, trying to just get onto those areas. We still have to see, how the things will be moving forward with everything. But now, as the zone just progresses, the players will have to see. And look at the shift. Look at that brilliant shift by the circle. Everyone was thinking the zone will be just, onto the side, but now every team has been thrown down to the edge of the circle, and the circle moves to Potato Hill. Think about SGC. They have a brilliant area. Just they have to do is move to Potato Hill as soon as possible.
Well, it's not going to be easy though, because on the Potato Hill, or in fact quite close to it, is the squad of K49. And we all know how deadly they can be once they are in the center. Also, the airdrop is quite close to them. If they get the Groza in their hands, oh man. They do get their hands on this weapon. This team just got a lot more deadlier.
I want to see how they, utilize Groza, because with that AR suppressor, Groza just becomes a really, really brilliant weapon. So, can they or can they not, use the Untamed Beast? That's the question. Meanwhile, Mafia Russet goes down, so Team Mafia, things are not looking good for them as of now, as Russet will be finished down. That leaves Rocky, and Rocky's moving up forward. E2S, they have one kill that has got it right now. Hati, low on HP, but still just out here. K49, now they are into the fight as they can see WMG's players. They are trying to spot them and take him down. Well, Carnage did try and spot someone. He does now and does a lot of damage. Taco might as well just go down, but the vehicle, he puts it in reverse gear and saves himself.
Well, it was an impressive escape, but now K49, they are exactly where they want to be, the center of the circle, and they're going to try and control it. But Bear, they catch the players of Bond to rush off guard. Two lads have been taken down. Can Bear convert it into a victory that they desperately want to get to secure themselves a spot in the finals, ladies and gentlemen. We started off this game with 14 teams. We are now down to 12, 42 players still alive, but this is now the mid stages of the game. B2R, one player has completely been picked off, 3 players in the backlines, and Team Bear, it looks like they're going for the hunt. Nixon, Gringer, Horse, all separated from each other, all out in the open from the backlines. Team 187 is coming in the direction.
Yeah, that is true. Team Bear, you can see Marvel's just out here, and those were some good shots. Had they landed perfectly. I mean, I like one thing about Team Bear, and especially Marvel. When he spots someone, or when he tries to spot someone, he tries to put pressure, not just in the game, but, in the mentality as well, for himself and against his opponents. And that pressure just comes down. Like, we have seen these players, these teams, back-to-back, right from the previous PMCOs. And again, Team Bear has been brilliant. Every time they come out here, they amaze with a new strategy of a gameplay and style for themselves. Look at Marvel moving forward. The pressure, as I was talking about, the pressure's here. He's really close. Oh, what is that? Was it a load of smoke? It seems so, or something. Oh, it was a grenade, and Grieger did make a mistake or something, but Marvel's just moving on to the back-end side. He thinks that this might be a mistake, and now he's just going on to the backside. But hey, Grieger gets spotted from the other direction by the players of Seal9 Inky, and he does put him in a lot of trouble.
Well, that is definitely a lot of trouble. Now it's just 2 players surviving for the team, and the circle, look at this. It takes another shift.
The zone's brilliant. The zone is brilliant right now. So that's one thing for sure. Look at Grieger. I mean, look at the way the teams are pressurizing him. Born to rush. Grieger, he's out here. Nisal is just a bit away. But the thing that comes down is, how long can he survive in this one? How long can he just stay in this area? I mean, it's still really tricky. But K49 Winter goes down. K49 Winter gets finished by NRC Hayes. That means fights are still just breaking up. Reaper, meanwhile, takes down Harry. WMG Harry does, get out of this this lobby right now, probably. But the circle shift, that's where 187 is. And just like we were saying that 187 is still away from the fights, the zone is with them.
Yeah, definitely the zone is with them and they can now have a good stance in this game. The fact that the zone took this northern shift and now all the teams are put in the pressure of fighting it out, finding a way inside the circle. 187, all they have to do is just hold their ground, find some cover and then just hide till all the teams have gone out of the match. Down to 11 teams, K49 on the high grounds. The players of NRC are waiting for them on top of this potato hill. Are they going to make it? Oh my lord, it's a big question for them to answer. But Team Bear, they've blown up the vehicles of the players of E2S. Now E2S, they're gonna have to find a way to escape this.
Yeah, they do have to play and find a way to escape onto this area. But well, right now you can see the players of Team Bear. Marvel just a bit low on HP. He has to be safe, and yes, he is safe right now. Seal 9's players are out there onto the other side as well, and now the fights are gonna just break out. 17 and a half minutes into the game. We're going to see something just, go upside down for one team, and that might just change the course of their entire gameplays that they have done till today. This is the final game for Group A and C, and this is where, if you want to, just make your way in the top 16, you have to do it.
Well, you have to do it, and you have to do a lot more than that is required of you right now. But look at this. So Bear Susong, we do see him. He's trying to see and make sure that the backlines are clear. There's absolutely no one to backstab him and his teammate. But before you worry about the rear, you have to clear the front where the players of E2S are present. Teddy hiding behind this burning UAS, waiting for the players of Bear to peek the ridge. They actually do, and they spot Teddy out. Teddy's position has been compromised now.
Oh, Susog, he does land up a few shots, but the shots were on him as well, so his helmet has been compromised in this particular one. Now, applying up a few bandages, he knows the circle's not going to do anything to him as of now, because he's safely inside the zone, but the zone slowly and steadily is coming up, and it might just, push them away from this location, as the zone will be forming slowly and steadily. E2S 80, yeah, he is out here, but for how long can he survive? I mean, he has his teammates right around the corner, but well, his location has been spotted down, and he has been taken down. Heighty and Rain are just out there. Team Bear, they are moving up forward, but is this going to be fruitful for them? They are, using the sprays in the rightest directions, but still, it's going to be a really big shot for them. Look at this. The grenades just moving up and around, and it does not do anything as of now, but they know the location of the other players, so they are just trying to pinch down, just trying to pressure down the opponents.
Well, definitely, and it is going to be an interesting scenario now. Armon with the nade is looking to take down a few of the lads, or at least create some sort of havoc so that he can fall back, heal up. 187, the circle takes, well, it betrays them, it moves away from them.
It does, but now obviously they have to take up the fights. It's the fifth circle. You kind of need those skill points now, so they will have to. They know nothing is easy, and so is this game. It's not easy at all. And, well, MPG, they also taking up a fight. K49 Venom goes on, and he gets finished by S9 Senior. We just talk about this one, and K49 Reaper is also out there. The clock is ticking on him for his revival. Well, E2S Rain goes down by Arimun, and now E2S is with the last one surviving. But for how long can they survive? Look at the rush, look at the push, look at the players going up forward. They know this is important for them. NRC, meanwhile, they're also trying to go inside the circle. Now the zone's going to be troubling a lot of players, and look at that drive that the players are doing up and over with the vehicles. B2R Krieger goes down just by a vehicle.
Well, definitely.
Whoa! Marvel, he is really close. Oh, he did just light on. Oh, ahead he takes down two players. Can he do a 1v4? It's a really troublesome situation, but no, he goes down by a brilliant effort. He took down two players.
As I was going to say, I mean, with the smoke, you can fight it out, but Bear, I mean, loss of two players. They are right on the edge of the circle. So we're down to 9 teams still. And, well, in a matter of seconds, it's going to be 8. And there it is. The last player from SDZ, Insanity, is going to be finished off. NRC trying to close the distance, but no, they have Team Bear right in front of them. Look at the map. The shots are coming in from all the directions.
Well, yes, they are, Amar. Oh, really low on the HP, but still, tries and makes it up to this area. I don't know how this one just, happened, but you can look at this. Pablo, all right, so he's surviving, but for how long can he survive? That's one of the most important questions. First aid being poked up by Amar, and now Amar has to move up and against the areas. Pablo's down. Amar and Hayes are still out here, but can they or can they not make it? That's one of the most important questions for the players. Well, Bear Susok, he has to go back to his teammates as he knows his location has been compromised, and few shots did come down on him from the players of S9. And, well, he has to stay here. Bear Marvel goes down by S9 Senior, and S9 is taking up a really good fight. Pablo, he is just moving backwards for that revival to just arrive on him. Sengi, I mean, he is really close to Hayes, but does NRC Hayes knows that? Oh, he knows that the shots are coming from the back end side, but still, the front is unknown.
Well, the front is definitely unknown, but they will have to try and survive the situation. It is going to be really, really tricky for them to actually do that. Because look at this. So NRC, the position where they are in, all right, now things get a little easier because the circle moves actually in that direction. Things actually turn into a massive favor of MPGX. But as I was saying about NRC, the position that where they were exactly was cluttered up with a lot of teams. Some teams have been taken away, but still the teams are in front of them. It's an open area. The teams can see you. Talking about seeing your opponents, 187 the Beast actually spots out the players of SDZ and runs in front of him.
I mean, he was trying to use his gun, but that did not, give out any thing. But look at this. Look at this. Alright, he has started to obliterate the competition, and he still wants to stay out in this area. Alright, so he's shooting again and again and again, and MPG's out there. One good grenade can just end them, and he knows this. He's using it. He's going to throw it. Will it do the damage? That's the question.
Well, definitely. And the question, I guess, shall be answered soon as we're down to 7 teams, 20 players alive. All right, Seal 9 losing a few, and Team Bear and Team Seal, I think they have a wonderful, wonderful position, wonderful stance for themselves. Look at this. Look at the map. The grey circles that you see that's Team Bear, right? And what they're doing right now is they are letting other teams get into the circle and then shooting them while they do that.
I mean, that's the best part. That's the best part. You gotta go for the kills. Doesn't matter if they are from the front. Doesn't matter if they are from the back. You gotta go and get the kills. That's the most important things. 7 teams, 17 players surviving. Final match, Group A and C. And these are just out here. Team Bear, MPGX Esports, 187 Esports, Seal 9, NRC, SDMZ, and K49 still somehow surviving. And right now, you can see Knight, he got a reload, just has 7 bullets. Will he or will he not? That's the question. But right now, SDM's alright. He did take down 1 player. Can he do it again? That's the most important thing. Bear Prince just using the throwables. And that's important for him. But alright, his knock did go and get a revive. Now Carnage Grenade takes down S9 Inky. So the clock is ticking on that individual lad as well. Plus, talking about S9, they are kind of in the grave center of the zone. So not exactly of the zone, but in this area where K49 is behind them, Bear is behind them, SDM is in front of them. So S9 will have to see how they can take this fight.
Well, definitely, and they will have to be careful. But as we were talking about that, one more team takes an exit, and it was by the hands of K49. So K49, I mean, they are going through a lot of troubles, but they're still managing to survive. And it's just Carnage, in fact, who is actually still surviving, quite close to the players of Team Bear. This match has been laid out for 3 teams in particular: MPGX, SDMZ, and Team Bear.
Yeah. I mean, this has been laid out in this way, but still we have to see, how things just turn down for the players. All right, MPGX Knight just removes all the clothes right now. Just has to be one with the nature. Also, the pan has been removed and the backpack as well. Yeah. Talking about SEMZ, they have 1 kill, but they want to go for more. All right, K49 gets eliminated down to 4 teams.
It's down to 4 teams. The last player has been picked off, and these 4 teams have a few players remaining. SDMZ trying to pick off 187 along with Team Bear as they are trying to move inside the circle. Song trying to see if he can catch on to the players of SDMZ off guard, and Bear. Just the fact that they have all 4 players alive puts them in a really, really good position. The circle is not that far away from them. It's a literal uphill battle for them because, well, they have to move from low ground to high ground. But if they actually manage to do that, this is their game.
Marvel has 6 kills right now, given the fact, and that just shows that he is in a really good momentum. Look at the players of Team Bear. Prince is up front, Ariman onto the backside, Suzog and Marvel onto their backsides as well. So that just means they have this thing sorted out for themselves as of now. SDM is trying to take a fight against MPG. That's their skirmish. 187 versus Bear might just happen. That's their skirmish, and that's where we will be seeing some incredible fights being laid down. The circle is just moving up forward. Nare gets spotted down. Nare goes down as well as Sam takes him out. Napu is the last one surviving. Who's going to get that kill? That's the most important thing as SDMC. They are moving on to the backlines while the fights are happening. MPG has to move inside the circle. They are now in the circle. They have good cover of vehicles for themselves. But once they peek from this uphill area, they will get to understand that there is a player. Well, Prince takes up a kill. He steals the kill right now. But Napu's grenade takes on Bear Marvel. Napu has nothing to lose. He's the last one surviving. Might as well just go for a proper obliteration right now. The grenades are being popped on, but Wiz takes down SDM's one player, and now Sam will have to see if Ere can go for the fight or not. And Sam and Ere, they both have to see, and look at them, they go down as well. Sam is the last one surviving, but for how long will this be a complete obliteration of one team? That's the question. But Sam takes down one. Wiz might be in a lot of trouble. Wiz, his HP is full, but Knight goes down. It's a 1v1, but Circle's troubling Sam as well. Meanwhile, Team Bear's moving up. Sam is on low HP. He takes another one down. How is he surviving in this situation? Play Zone is the main villain as he goes down as well. Team Bear really close to the win.
ZC has gotten revived right now, and Knight is getting revived soon. So it is Bear versus MPGX, and Bear in a really comfortable position. But the circle looks like it has taken the favor of the players of MPGX. Arimon, he has gotten a really good flank for himself. Marvel needs a revive. Prince is going for those shots. But do you hear it? Do you hear the poetry going off in the distance?
Arimon is out here. He just has to empty the mag if he wants to win this 120 bullets. Make it 100. He does it. Now he's ready for everything.
Yeah, the reload time is really annoying on the weapon.
That's one thing, that's for sure. But the constant shots will be just coming up. Who's going to get these 3 kills or those 4 kills? That's the question. Will Team Bear end the game with 14 kills, or will MPG get this 4 kills? But Zesty, the vehicle, he has to be careful of the vehicle. He knows the vehicle will be a lot of trouble for himself. A good grenade onto the players and does damage to Knight and Wiz as well. Zesty's onto an off angle. Arimon's just moving up over. If he gets spotted down, might as well be a bad news. Marvel with an Uzi takes down Zesty, and now is the time for an incredible fight. Wiz goes down as well by Marvel. Marvel, he has 8 kills or more.
Well, they actually managed to finish it in a wonderful manner. And ladies and gentlemen, Team Bear, an amazing performance coming in from their side. Get the chicken dinner. Finally, as I was saying, I want to see this sort of a play from this team, and they finally made it happen in the very last game that they had to play in the group stages. 29 points coming in for this team. Amazing.
Second position is where they're ending their day today. That's brilliant. That's impressive, the way this team just, played. And I guess in this one, just as, when the fights were happening, I told you one thing, and that was Bear Marvel. We know what he does. He puts pressure on his opponents, and that too not just, in the game, but on the mentality as well. He sees someone, he tries to use his bucket to just push or not, and that just, creates chaos.
All right, let's have a look at the MVP of this match, ladies and gentlemen. Right about now, it is going to be Marvel from Team Bear. 9 kills coming in, 26 minutes survival time, 1000 damage, 600 damage taken. So fights taken by this man were a little bit more even.
Yeah, I mean 9 kills and 3 assists with that. That's
exactly.
Brilliant.
Let's have a look at the top players right now, and I would like to see if. All right, so MPGX, they have 3 represent.
Wow, that's nice. And 10 kills for MPG just came down in this one. And these 3 players only, you can see. So that's brilliant. 648 damage, 567 damage, and 692 damage. So those were some good numbers. But the way the fight did happen, I just love the way the final fights were just panning down.
Yeah, the final fights were really intense, especially as we were talking about the uphill battle for Team Bear. Let's move forward and have a look at the rankings of this match, ladies and gentlemen, right about now. Here they are, 29 points for Bear, 22 for MPGX. Wow, an amazing finish. K49, as I said, if the center is theirs, they are going to win the game.
Yeah.
So they were in the center for a little while, and then the circle moved away from them. So that's why they actually got picked off.
Yeah.
But 187 over there as well. 187 actually managed to pick up a few placement points for them. NA Team Destiny, good fight coming in the early stages, but a little blunder and they got picked off.
I mean, all the players did try really good for themselves, and there will be a few moments of this game that obviously we'll be talking about and seeing in the Oppo moments to see what actually happened once the fights were just moving up forward. So somehow things will be looking really good. So let's have a look at the Oppo moments as well.
Exactly. Let's have a look at those wonderful moments of the match in the Oppo moment segment of a show. And here it is. So as soon as the match started, we knew this was a YOLO game for these teams.
And this was a really good early skirmish. Look at this. I mean, taking down players and players and players. Somehow, Team Savage and SDZ, they combined incredible fighting stance out here. But then the way this fight just, happened and was about to end, I just love the way this fight was going on.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I enjoyed it really nicely, but then it was the 2v2 fight that happened just close to the roads that I was a little worried about, because at that point, Savage actually managed to make things even.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Had he had some different gun except for VSS, I think the situation might have been different. The thing might have been different.
And it was a valiant effort from actually Devil, because he was using the barrel first, and then he ran out of bullets, had no time to reload. But then again, E2S on the other side of the map, just trying to pull off a 1 versus 4 situation, takes down 2 players and then gets picked off.
I mean, you know, it was not in the favor. That's for sure. Because the smoke was the only helping hand out there. So Ere takes down 1, but Knight does get a revival slowly and steadily. After that, as you can see, Knight was just taking the final fights. And SDMC, the thing was, they were caught off in between Bear and the other team, and that's one thing that just caught off the attention. But the game, it just went in their favor.
Yeah, the game definitely went in their favor, and they used that the poetry of the 100 bullets, like the M249 as a
spammed the bullet.
And he was spamming it just to distract the opponents, pull their attention in his direction. But now let's move forward, have a look at the overall standings, ladies and gentlemen. And as you see, most of the teams on the first chart of the standings have completed their games. 12 matches finished. Max Legends on the 5th position with 117 points. MPGX on the first with 142.
Tomorrow's first match,
they're going to be on second. Yeah, I agree with you
for
on
sure,
that.
because the way they start off their games, they will be on the second for sure.
Yeah, they'll be on the second, but as we move forward in the standings, so this is it. E2S, they're on the 16th position with 77 points.
And all the games done.
And Born to Rush, 79 points, 80 points on OPEX, but they still have matches to play, so they are not in a bad position. But
let's go with 86 as well. 86 as well for 187.
So these 3 teams, it looks like they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Let's move forward to see where is 66. All right, so not 86 exactly, I would say, but because no chance can actually...
4 games, 20 points. You can definitely push them back.
No chance can qualify tomorrow. Urbev as well.
DENO as well, yeah.
That's where, you know, we can draw the bottom line.
But Mafia Gang, Savage, Esports, they are pretty much done for.
If OPMF or some team like that gets 1 chicken dinner tomorrow with good kills, they can, you know, just capitalize in the next game. Something like that.
And talking about the last chart of the standings, ladies and gentlemen, so N18 Destiny over here sitting on the 29th position with 18 points. Their journey also comes to an end with the group stages. But tomorrow we will have teams from Group B and D fighting it out. The last day of the group stages. It is going to be super action-packed, and there's going to be a lot of chaos over there.
Exactly, there will be a lot of chaos. And talking about chaos, let's have a look at the kill leaders as well to see where the chaos has been so far.
Where it comes from.
Had to be 25.
Momo wasn't playing. He hasn't been playing for 2 days now, and it is 19 kills he's sitting on. The first position is Marvel with 25. So when this team returns tomorrow, I think he's going to try and take his spot back.
So Mark Penn's first goal will be to end in top 3. And they might do that. They might, because the team... the only thing they lack is chicken. Otherwise, they always have top 3 games.
I think right now they are in a really good position, since they already they are in a position from where they can make it to the finals.
That's true.
I think just prepping for the finals would be a better thing for them. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we do come to an end of our show today. Make sure to tune in tomorrow again at the same time for the last day of the group stages. Until then, take care. Good night. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Let's get it.